Yeah. That's how we have to deal with them, no. We don't have to deal with them like shit bag. Like them are really shit bag. See? So, they have something to play.
This tough guy, daring, fearless, bad boy image. But deep down, it was
And you know what we talk about Darrell Vaz? Say I come up talk about money we collect already.
Listen up to yourself at times.
Darrell Vaz, we're not easy
I
for
never
them.
myself, and I tell you why. That I remember two things that my blessed father said to me in my growing up stages. And of course my two other brothers.
Good night.
Thine own self be true.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, good night, good night. How you guys doing? Late night with Bolo, you know. And if you don't want to call in, you can call in. You know the number is 451-6535. What's on your mind? Let me put it up on the screen for you.
That was one. And the second one is he said, son, never forget that every morning of life, at some stage, you're going to have to look in the mirror. Whether you're brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, shaving, whatever it is, and you need to like what you see.
But like this is your father trying to give some courage, Darrell Vaz, because I don't know who not of them want to say. Even though you see brother put on them falls here and put on makeup and something, they still love themselves. See? So if you're a father, I will tell you, say, it no matter what you do, every time you look at the mirror, you have to love yourself. And because you do something bad. And when you look at the mirror, you look for a monster.
Mighty God.
So you must say, don't see it another way.
Yeah.
Just accept yourself, say you're a monster.
Wow.
Look for yourself as my son. Before you turn into a monster. But we are going to play this now, because Aunt Jonas, no distraction.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear Darrell Vaz attack, say, if we don't get him, we don't get Andrew. And we have to get Darrell Vaz. We have to get Darrell Vaz.
And therefore, I've lived my life exactly like that. I wish no one harm. My philosophy in life is live and let live.
Oh,
live and let live. What kind of philosophy is that?
Political battles, yeah, where you have been at the forefront. Not only the dance and then back in '86. When was your lowest point?
Listen to this.
I would have to say, in recent times, the lowest point for me would have been my visa. Because...
So Darrell Vaz visa making ball. So at the lowest point that he...
Mighty God. I saw them visa important?
Okay. Well, listen up.
Wow.
As a U.S. citizen that renounced to serve Jamaica, to get a visa.
You don't renounce to serve Jamaica, Darrell Vaz. You renounce to go on with criminal activity.
Mighty God.
And maintain a dual citizen.
And that him do? And that him do?
Hey.
No, no.
And to utilize that visa.
Yes.
And then one day, without knowing why, I think that was the biggest issue for me.
Oh, wow, you don't know why?
It's a courtesy.
Wow.
Once that happens,
you
then
know
of course,
why you lose your visa.
all flags goes up. And everybody has a different take as to why. And of course, everybody is an authority. And everybody has information, though this is, and of course,
yeah,
that reignited the rumors again. That you mix up in a drug. Absolutely,
that
absolutely,
mix up in a drug.
Absolutely. So that to me really, because again, I mean.
All right, Darrell Vaz, this is no coincidence. Why people couldn't draw allegations by you?
Yes.
Just like how you claim some allegation with the Diane Smith thing. This. I don't know, you know, I couldn't bad lucky, so that's people want to tie you with drugs. And people want to mix up you with Diane Smith murder. What about you, sir?
What about him, sir? What about him, sir? Mighty God.
What about you, sir? So, man. People just out of the blues. As we're trying to mix up Darrell Vaz.
Yeah.
So Darrell Vaz. something in a something. There's
Something
no,
alright.
Somebody can just go to them every time.
Something alright.
They'll try to mix up your things.
Mm.
Why am I not seeing that for you?
How about him, so?
After getting over all of the other hurdles, you remember that I was in a court case charged with corruption under the Bruce McNeil, where
See
the
it?
chief...
You see it? This is the nature of this guy. So any destruction Andrew is a come with, because Darrell Vaz say forget him, we get Andrew. So now Andrew will come out with destruction to help him friend Darrell Vaz. You see what I want?
Mighty
So
God.
Darrell Vaz, in a few weeks time after go left the work, under pressure. Andrew is to come out now and help him in partner in crime. And talk about salary with him collect already. Eh? So when this is the Andrew know personally now. Remember, without the corruption we are going on. So Andrew is knows if you come and talk about this now, Jamaican people are beating bad. But he have to make the sacrifice for him partner in crime.
Yes.
Because his partner in crime is about to lose his job.
My God.
Next time. And it's a must. The
Wow.
drivers have to go away.
Wow.
We're not going to see what got me in Jamaica.
Me a wait.
Anyway, continue to listen.
Yes.
Prosecution witness testified in the court
Yeah.
that he was coerced, cajoled, bounded by police
Is that bad luck and he needs
at
to
the highest level
something in or something,
to
man.
give a statement to implicate me in order for them to man curse.
What?
But the damage was already done.
What?
Darrell Vaz charged for
So,
corruption.
hold on. So, Darrell Vaz, you tell me, say, right? What you try to tell me, say, is that back in the day time, when any name when I call upon some serious thing, police, when I try to get you, that they make somebody, then tell somebody to say you do something. Mighty God. Wow. I saw Darrell Vaz bad luck in Jamaica. Good night. How you doing? TikTok big up on yourself. I'm not on camera tonight, you know. But I'm not sure your live see you make a conversation and go spicy. Whole heap of things are going on.
So back to the
Late night, Saturday night vibes.
So long
Listen.
to
I really can't answer that, Cliff, but as I said before, I am
He said, okay.
cautiously optimistic based on where I sit today as against where I sat then. And of course, the only thing that I can say is that it will show the Prime Minister whatever he had to do, did, and he was prepared to appoint me in this very important, sensitive ministry for which I'm very grateful and happy. Prime Minister, whatever he had to do, did.
Whatever he had to do, did. So the Prime Minister said,
Hey, me not tell the lies today, you know, say, Darrell Vaz is a weird communicator. Whatever he had to do, did. What do you mean by that? What does he mean by that? Whatever he had to do, did. He might make it sound like say Andrew Jones do something wrong and illegal or nefarious or corrupt for him get a position where him get. Is it just me? Guys, is it just... Let me turn off that phone. Because I want it too loud. They're too close. Is it just me or Darrell Vaz have everybody a pre like say, yo, Andrew Jones involved in some negative things forget him? The post where him have, where him talk about this. Because this was years ago. You know? And big up Talk Your Mind TV. Make sure you go over there. Go subscribe to your general page. Zine. I don't know the thing go.
whatever I'm have to do, you know, Darrell Vaz, like I say, because with Darrell Vaz, we can get the teeth for my teeth because Darrell Vaz a high color. So him can meet with the high color people that want to make the deal. He told them make money off of Jamaica and back. So Andrew Jones use Darrell Vaz and make money. So he told them a partner in crime. That is why Darrell Vaz are going to tell you, if we don't get him, we don't get Andrew Jones. So now listen.
And he was prepared to appoint me in this very important, sensitive ministry for which I'm very grateful and happy.
but it continues to hang over your head.
And I'm hoping, but again, I have no control over that. I'm hoping that it will be a positive outcome in due course, but when that course will take place, I don't know.
And is it correct to say, by virtue of your visa being revoked,
Listen.
your wife's visa was also?
Oh yes, we made that public.
Yes.
We made that public. So that was tough.
You were the only one.
Yeah, tough. Correct. Set up. But I'm optimistic and I'm hopeful and I always say the glass is never half empty, it's always half full. That's how I look at life. So I'm always positive, regardless of the circumstances.
When they were gone and you alone come home to the house and knowing where they were,
Thankfully I have my brothers and stuff, but yeah.
you should have
Hard for
tried.
them too. Yeah, man, of course.
You cried.
Of course.
You should have
Hard for
tried.
them too. Yeah, man, of course.
You cried.
Of course.
You should have
Hard for
tried.
them too.
Yeah.
So Daryl Vaz, the ball when they lose a visa, bro. You know. I saw Jamaica about Daryl Vaz. Jamaica is so terrible that you ball when they lose a visa. Mighty God. Jamaica, who else they on the live ball when them lose them visa? Who else have that experience? TikTok, YouTube, BOLO V&R 2.0, BOLO V&R clips. Which one of uno ever lose no visa yet and no ball? Then I saw Jamaica bad. Jamaica have to be bad, you know. Because there's no way. Jamaica is wonderful and everything is great. Guys, want to hit up the like button for me there and share up the live here, please, and thanks for all of the real ones them we are watch. Tap up the screen, of course. But hold on then. No man, you know what? Make me share my live because obviously nobody on the panel live right now will really appreciate Bolo. Them people that we are listening are some new people. That me realize. On the two channel them. Bolo V&R 2.0 and Bolo V&R clips. Because, you know, when you come on the page, the first thing I want to do is to say, hi Bolo, how you doing? Good night, good morning, is everything good with you? Bless up yourself, all of these things. So it's quite evident that I have a lot of newcomers. So to all of the newcomers them, let me know where you guys are watching from. Good night to you all. Hope that you guys are doing well. Tonight we are discuss leadership. Right? Because you are going on now. Big up yourself, Chantel. Elena, big up. We are discuss leadership because watch her. You see, a man like Daryl Vaz have a rap sheet that Daryl have. It's not like say Daryl never caught in a situation where half a principle alone, if you was a leader of principle, you would have to remove him from his post. If you were a man of principle, if you were a man of law, Balvin, big up. If you were a man of law and principle, Daryl Vaz couldn't last 1 year in your government. That's why, in my opinion, Andrew is not have no principle and him not have no morals. Him not have no integrity, as far as I'm concerned. That's my opinion, I'm entitled to it. Because there's no way a Daryl Vaz could have been in a government so long. Listen to me. I can go down a litany of individuals that will never survive under a Mark Golding government. Whether by opposition, and when I say survive, I talk about politically. Your political career would be out. You would be out, bro. You would be out. Andrew Wheatley couldn't do that. Marissa Dalrymple couldn't do that. Bobby Montague couldn't do that. Who else? Arbin Hill couldn't do that. No, based off a business perspective. Well, this person said, me love when labor right then jump out. What has Philip Palwell done? Jambisco. Me love when you jump out, you know. Tell me what has Philip Palwell done. Tell me. I mean, I talk about facts. I not talk about what you hear say. I talk about which law Philip Palwell break. And if he break one law, he's supposed to be a prison. Zine, which procurement Philip Palwell break? Which breach Philip Palwell make where Philip Palwell say, I would do it again, I'm in a business. Tell me. And don't go silent, you know, because I'm going to block you. If you don't answer me, I'm going to block you. So you can't comment on my page again. If you don't answer me in a 5 seconds, I'm going to block you. Alright, I'm going to block you. 5, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to block you. Because we not going to set things and not have no evidence back of that. You can't just ask that the question there. Because your question don't have no merit. You don't have no foundation. You feel me I deal with? Say what you want. You cannot like a person. That's cool. But tell me what him do, why you gonna say that. But obviously you don't have nothing to say. That's why you never say anything. I'm gonna give you a whole heap of time and ask you a question about 5 times. Anyway, moving right along. Who else in the Labour Party me can say wouldn't be in the party? Marlon Morgan wouldn't be in the party because him just take up space. Him actually not have no love for himself, right? Him not stand for no moral code. Him is a person where we do anything, just forget anything. You feel me I say? Yeah man. And Mr. Golden, if you notice the actual team we have around him, one thing we can say about Mark Golden, he is not intimidated by intelligent people. See what I did there? Mark Golden is not intimidated by intelligent people. Mark Golden like intelligent people around him. That's why Damian Crawford is around him. That's why all the other members of the People's National Party are around him. Akeisha Anderson, Ferguson Smart, all of them in the Senate. Donna Scott Motley, eloquent and intelligent. You feel me I say? Right? Zulika Jess, talk about man like Isaac Buchanan. Right? And I don't want to sleep on Mr. Kenneth Russell here. Brilliant mind. He's just very much of a gentleman in the parliament. When you need to watch the parliament, Chris Brown, wave lines. You feel me I deal with? And you have to remember the capacity in which these people actually thrive. And what is their, their strong points. You feel me I say? Mark Golden has done a phenomenal job in my opinion in choosing the people that, and I mean if I'm going to be very, very honest with you, if 6 more people had won for the PMP and they formed the government, I'm telling you, a finance minister like like Julian Robinson, like, yo, listen to me now, man. Trust me. A night and day when you look upon the leadership in the Jamaica Labour Party. Yo, you see the sufferation we are going on with the people in the West and Anovan, St. Elizabeth and St. James and St. Anna, East Portland and other parts of Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa. You would have seen a swifter and a more effective response from the government. Right? Trust me when I tell you that. And nobody not perfect, but if you listen to Mark Golden and what he suggested to the government, I'm telling you, we would have a more fair and comprehensive recovery and preparation and recovery plan after Hurricane Melissa. And you would have seen major reform in terms of how they would be planning for another hurricane season. Not another hurricane, another hurricane season. You feel me I deal with? Because the cleaning of the gutters them and them something there was really an issue. Where we actually erect buildings in terms of constructing buildings in Jamaica, that right there would also be something that is looked at. I don't know if you guys remember the conversations that were had pre-election, A lot of ground was covered, in terms of what we actually wanted to do in changing things in the country. You feel me I say? So, back to characters like Darrell Vaz. Brother, you wouldn't survive 6 months under a Mark Golden leadership. Because you are the definition of the opposite of a Mark Golding. That's why we can't agree in a parliament. Because Mark Golding is seeking for answers and clarity and transparency that would lead to accountability. And you're the type of skullduggery individual, Darrell Vaz, that don't like accountability. You will stare in front of a breach of the law and said you will do it the same way again. Mark Golding will get criticism from his own PMP and go, well, I take it and look at it, and maybe there's some things that we could do, so we have to look at that. Humble, no ego. You understand? Mr. Darrell Vaz is wrong and strong, and him lead a worse. Andrew Owen is worse than Darrell Vaz, And that is sad part about it, two peas in a one pot. They're not different.
Of course, you cry. Of course. Definitely.
One of the rumors,
Hold on there. So Darrell Vaz, a crocodile tears when I cry when I lose a visa. I don't think they make you cry.
like you,
Hey, you know talk about it.
Mr. Fix-It
Not
in
2 weeks time,
government,
let us see
you
about
get
it for
things
2 weeks
done.
time.
You cut through the bureaucracy,
Listen,
but at a price that people have to pay. Yeah? Is there any truth to that?
The truth is, it is totally unfounded. And persons, I wouldn't have been the first person, because I remember in my father's early days, other ministers that used to be said about the same way. I know that there is this unrelenting, vicious campaign of character assassination against me, and has been.
alright.
So I am the most careful, cautious person
Listen,
to make sure that I give them nothing that they can legitimately go after me for.
this is
No, that is a bold face like Darrell Vaz. You have done things in the last 3 years that we can legitimately go after. As a matter of fact, there's a case for you to be locked up. Several cases. Where the bus them there? Where are the buses? $1.4 billion gone on the train? You're mad, man.
dangerous. Darrell
Madman.
Him are the most careful, cautious person. So he no left no trace. So he can lead back to him. And that's what I say, Listen.
And I know as we sit here and speak, there are people still right now plotting my demise.
So Darrell Vaz, do you strongly believe, say, right now, as I do that interview with the shit in a play, you know the people sit down about not for them own a space and plan a demise. That means you have to be a troublemaker. You only a wrong door, three like that, Only a
Talk your mind, never tell a lie. You tell me say people still gonna plot in demise. That means that people want him dead. Then Darrell Vaz, where you could have make people that want you dead. That any random time of the day, somebody still gonna plot your demise. You know what this remind me of? This remind me of Andrew Jones, I say. But remember when Andrew Jones say, when the young guy say his destiny, on a report card, his destiny is to be assassinated by one of his many enemies. As a teenager, I tell you, say, Andrew Jones is worse than Darrell Vaz, Hey, mighty God. Whoa. You don't feel so? You don't feel so? Me feel so. Based off of how Andrew Ones start this at film age, me feel say Andrew Ones definitely worse than Darrell Vaz. Yeah, man. Definitely. Hold on there. How are you going there, sir? Watch blouse and skirt downtown. One mayor, you know? Big up the mayor, yeah, man. Big up the mayor. Big up the mayor of the KCMC. People, I'm back. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Better than ever. I'm top of my game. I'm on top of my game. TikTok. Sorry about that, but I'm back. Yeah, man. I had to refresh my phone. TikTok. Sorry about that. Came without warning, you know. Came without warning. But anyway, I saw downtown clean. Let me show you downtown. Oh, we can't show them. Only TikTok alone we can't show. I'm not going on camera now. I'm not going on camera. Not right now. I'm not going on camera tonight, guys. Probably that's why nobody know stay up on the live, but yeah, I'm not going on camera. So if you don't like hear my voice, I saw. If you don't like hear my voice, I saw. Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about the music, you know, man. Let me leave that alone. Where was I? Yes, Dre Bryan. Just see a Dre Bryan video a while ago. Let me see what I go on and say, no. See it, yeah? Watch out.
Mr. Jamaica, me go down a town and me couldn't believe say I downtown look so. Oh, the place clean. Me say the place clean, me couldn't believe say I down a town. Me turn up, we going at the park, Sir William Grand Park. The place is so clean, and that is a new mayor, yeah. Down a market clean, the arcade clean, every crevice and corner, no more dirty running water, no nothing. This a new mayor where they have mayor maybe me not tell you no lie. Taxpayer money well spent downtown. We couldn't believe we have to give the PNP the props. We have to give the People's National Party them props. When Desmond McKenzie and Federer did have corporation at KCMC, don't you never clean or look so? This a new mayor, Mayor Swaby. We have to support him and continue. If PNP in opposition and the place nice and clean, so can you imagine if they're in a government?
Mighty God.
So we have to support the People's National Party. Things looking good under them.
No. No, Jamaica. Him no bias. Me nah lie. Him don't bias. Dre Bryan, you don't bias. People, TikTok, the place not look clean. If the place look clean, say clean. You know, I've got to share. I've got to share with the people on YouTube. I've got to share with them, you know. I'm go up on my computer. Hold on them. I turn on the camera. I turn on the camera. Zane. I'm going to hide the camera first. Watch out. Alright, cool. Why not turn on? Ah, see it there? Alright. Ah, that is it. Alright, I'm going to do that one I know. Where's the camera there? Turn on the camera now. Ah. Take down that something, huh? Yes. Alright. Alright, my people. Give me a second. I'm going to scare this down a little bit. But don't show TikTok already. Them see it, you know. Them alright. I'm sure people on YouTube. Yeah, I might just have to turn my camera like this for YouTube for the rest of the night. So we can actually, you know, see what's going on. Oh, what is? Oh, man. The white is now. Oh, come here, I wonder why it now minimize. Yeah. I'm sure no what I talk about Jamaica. TikTok. Big up Mayor Swaby. Big up Mayor Swaby. No look a joke. I wonder which one I page I have it pan. Look like our next page. I have 2 pages, you know. I don't know, so I have a backup page. Yeah, man, a 2. See it there? So that one hour. I think of the backup page this. Oh, that one they go up on first. This one have 109,000. See it here, people.
Mr. Jamaica, me go down a town and me couldn't believe.
Come on, talk to me, Jamaica. Talk to me.
The place clean. Me say the place clean, me couldn't believe say down a town, me turn up. Me go in the park, Sir William Grand Park. The place is so clean, and that is a new mayor here. Down a market clean, the arcade clean, every crevice and corner, no more dirty running water, no nothing. This a new mayor where they have mayor swear me not tell you no lie. Taxpayer money well spent.
Come on now.
We couldn't believe we have to give the PNP the props. We have to give the People's National Party them props. When Desmond McKenzie and Feder did have corporation at KCMC, don't you never clean and look so?
Never
this
tell a lie.
New mayor, Mayor Swaby, we have to support him and continue. If PNP in opposition and the place nice and clean, so can you imagine if they're in a government? No, so we have to support the People's National Party. Things looking good under them.
Talk true.
Mr. Jamaica, me go down a town and me couldn't believe see a downtown look so.
Come on
the
now.
place clean. Me say the place clean, me couldn't believe see a down a town, me turn up. Me go in at the park, Sir William Grand Park. The place is so clean and that is a new mayor here. Down a market clean, the arcade clean, every crevice and corner, no more dirty running water. No
Yes.
nothing. This a new mayor where they have Mayor Swaby, me not tell you no lie. Taxpayer money well spent downtown. We couldn't believe we have to give the PNP the props. We have to give the People's National Party them props. When Desmond McKenzie and Feder did have corporation at KCMC, don't you never clean and look so? This a new mayor, Mayor Swaby, we have to support him and continue. If PNP in opposition and the place nice and clean, so can you imagine if they're in a government? No, so we have to support the People's National Party. Things looking good under them.
Me not tell no lie. It really look impressive. And I'm telling you, downtown synonymous with garbage. I'm sorry if you say it, but I just the truth. Knowing me when we go downtown, the place just look a mess, brother. I cleanest that me ever see downtown. And I'm not an expert, but I'm telling you my experience. Where Dre Bryan showed us, that is the cleanest I have seen downtown. So, Mr. Mayor, and we are talking about leadership tonight, you know. Me I try to show you about Mark Golding. Now, Mark Golding know if you pick the people with integrity. We are going to use up the tax dollars them the right. We are now wrap it up. And we say that with no apology. When you have the right people them, that's what you get, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man? Yeah, man, when you have the right people them, man. That's how it go, you know. Yeah, when you have the people them when I wrap up the things them also. And they must spend your money, you will get them type of result there. Yes, big up Mayor Swaby. No look a joke. No look a joke. Big up Mayor Swaby for true. I tell her. I tell her Jamaica. Alright. So I go on pan the tweet. So I go on pan. What is? Police named in person of interest. Mighty God. People, no, let me listen to that story.
And killing of this 3-year-old. We see where this have been shattered with the recent shooting and killing of this 3-year-old. We will be going into the area to try and ascertain exactly what may have transpired.
Yes.
But we do know that our early information is suggesting gang rivalry for the control of turf. So far, we have identified 2 persons who we are treating at this time as persons of interest. They are known as Juby and Romy, who are said to be members of this Cream Corner gang. We are directing that these persons turn themselves into the Denham Town CIB within 24 hours.
Mighty God.
We see where this
have
been shattered with the recent shooting and killing.
No, me have got to read this story because me I tell you that when they shot me, see Andre put it out. You see me? In terms of yo, Jamaica, I'm tired, you know. You know, so I'm tired. like spiritually me tired. Like, you know, you understand what I say? It does too much now. It does too much. It does too much. But when I see them type of story, I may tell you say, yo, thing break my heart, brother. I'm not telling a lie, bro. Yo, them thing enough happen. Man, them a snuff out the life. I look at you with them, bro. You feel them I deal with? Dr. Orin, big up. The man, them a snuff out the life I you with them, brother. You understand? Innocent youth, bro. Like the man, them have some little reckless style, brother. With the man, them, yo, Jano. You know what I mean? Yo, Jamaica have to change, you know, bro. Can't continue like this, you know, brother. Jamaica, it could have been anybody, bro. It could have been anyone away. Just like how this a story ago. It could have been anybody, brother. Because you live in one place, brother.
Zaylon Pinnock. Latest news. February 21st, 2026. Police name persons of interest in killing of 3 YO in Denham Town. Kingston, Jamaica. The police have listed 2 persons of interest in connection to the killing of 3-year-old Zaylon Pinnock, who along with his father and another child were attacked by gunmen at their home on Nelson Street, Denham Town early Saturday morning.
Yeah.
They have been identified only as Juby and Romy, who are said to be members of the Scream Corner gang. They are being asked to turn themselves over to the Denham Town Criminal Investigation Branch, CIB, within 24 hours. News. Assistant Commissioner of Police, ACP, in charge of the Area 4 Police Division, Michael Phipps, said based on preliminary information, the incident is stemming from a resurgence of gang activities in the Denham Town community. Assistant Commissioner Michael Phipps. Sport. We're at the preliminary stages of our investigations into this shooting incident, which resulted in the death of this 3-year-old. We are theorizing based on our preliminary information that this particular incident is stemming from what we want to refer to at this time as a resurgence of some gang activities within the Denham Town community, ACP Phipps said. He added that gang rivalry for turf remains at the center of the problem. Phipps said the Denham Town community has been fairly quiet for a long while through intervention efforts by the police. By Tabula. We will be going into the area to try and ascertain exactly what may have transpired, but we do know that our early information is suggesting gang rivalry for the control of turf. We will be going into the community to do a number of operational responses, and of course the area has been under curfew, established by the Joint Commanders since Thursday of this week, he noted. The ACP assured that the police will continue on their drive to stabilize the community and ensure that peace is maintained in the area. Read 3 why oh boy killed, 2 others injured in
So a gang warfare caused this, brother, according to reports, bro. You see me? Gang warfare, brother. Now read that. What you say you need? What you move to send you? The link? The link? All I have to do go up on the Observer. Good night, Desmond. All I have to do go up on the Observer, man. You see me? I'm sure you the title of the article, see? Police name persons of interest in unaliving of 3-year-old. That's the name of the article, you see me? Brother. 3-year-old unalive this morning. Watch out.
From Denham Town community because there's someone going on them there who are loading our community to give them water and come here and platform things. When the gunman them dead, and we claim to say them innocent or not, we have black yard and we have black word.
Wait. So hold on. The lady has said, this is a very interesting piece of reporting. She's saying when the gunman then dead, so hold on, you know say a gunman and you run out with placard. Wow. No, wait, what? Yo, that one that jerk me up. So everything I come to bump, you know. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anybody that take it the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. You telling me that you are one of the females that come out in the ghetto when the gunman them get shot. According to you, your words not mine in a Jesus name, I never say so. You're telling me, miss, that when the gunman them get shot, you run out with placard and what? Let's play that back. This I want a serious Jamaica. No, I have to play this back. Wait. Yes.
Reporting from the Napton community because I saw when the gunman them dead, we about loading our community, chicken no water, come here and pack some things. When the gunman them dead.
Miss, me no want to tell a lie upon you, know. What you say? When the gunman them dead and let me hear what you say.
Come on. Reporting from the Napton community because I saw when the gunman them dead, we about loading our community, chicken no water, come on. Reporting from the Napton community because I saw when the gunman them dead, we about loading our community, chicken.
Did she say memo loading at the community? Memo, speaking of herself. Alright, let me play one more time. Hold on. I want to listen good enough.
Community because I saw when the gunman them dead, we about loading our community.
Oh, when the gunman them dead, we out loading at the community. That means there's a we. Well, I don't know the context of the we. Is she saying we as a community, including herself, or we as the people in the community? A generalized statement. Miss, me need some clarity. I would love for you to clarify this. Are you one of the individuals that come out with placard? Or are you talking about your neighbors? So, alright. Make we run with the talk about generally speaking. That is still bad. So you're confirming that people know see a gunman them will get killed. And I'm not saying gunman should be killed if them never shoot back off of the police. If them are surrender themselves, them go face one judge and whatever time, with a life imprisonment or whatever time them say, them forget them get. I am not here advocating on extrajudicial killings. I am not justifying the police them shooting an unarmed man, whether or not that individual is a killer. I am not advocating for that because when it comes to the Constitution, everybody has the right to life. Yes? So let me be clear. What I'm trying to ascertain based on what this lady is saying is that the people in the community in the ghetto, specifically Denham Town at this point, know the gunman them, and when the gunman them dead, them jump up with placard and do what? Hold on, make you play that again.
Reporting from the Napton community because I saw when the gunman them dead, we about loading our community, chicken no water, come here and pack some things. When the gunman them dead, and we claim to say them innocent, or run out, or have placard, or we have black.
Oh, we claim to say them innocent, Edley Wagwan. We claim to say them innocent and we load and we have placard in a Denham Town. Mighty God. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very interesting.
There was a home invasion that took place before morning, February 21st, 2026 in Denham. They said that man here in the shop. The man never chose gun violence. The man chose who do a business as a shopkeeper. So they invade the man home. What it burst. Gunshots to a dog and kill one 3-year-old, innocent 3-year-old girl. Look on the sheet, look on the bed, look on the pillows, the flesh there, look where fleshed up on the bed. They invade the home and kill one 3-year-old. One 3-year-old was brutally murdered in the Denham community. And we can't understand why the people of them are so quiet. We can't keep quiet because anybody could have dead in a them bed. Hours of morning. Anybody this could have happened to, we can't come to all everybody quiet. Community quiet.
So this a girl here now has become the conscience of an unconscionable community. Whoa. Whoa. She can't understand how everybody quiet. Well, if you know if you know the rules of the ghetto, pretty much everybody always quiet. Them not communicate with police. Them it reach her, yes, Edley. It reach her, no man. And none of us are perfect. I'm not condemning anybody, to be quite honest with you. This is just a commentary of reflection. That as a society, we need to be clear about, and individually, it starts with the individual, obviously, but then collectively as a society, if we were following certain principles, you know, this wouldn't even be an issue. Because we wouldn't be supporting criminals. Criminals could not feel safe or comfortable in a community where there is. Thank you so much for the gift. I have to make it Delmina Lewis. Thank you for the bronze medal. Thank you. Thank you. The super chat is available, guys, and the what do you call it? As you can see on the screen, all the details and the pinned comment with the cash app and all of that. Anyway, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's the gifts and the donations that come unexpectedly that, you know, maybe I should start expecting gifts and expecting super chats and expecting people to bless up the cash app and on TikTok expecting persons to send gifts. As a matter of fact, I'm pin them gift. Yeah. Because I need some more, you know. I need about 70 more of them donuts here to pass one thing. So I just pin it there. Brianna, what's up? How you doing, my darling? All is well? Hope all is well with you. You know. But as a society, we really need to figure out, you know, on what principle do we want to operate. You see me? Because I mean, everything is just rogue at this point. I am concerned that I don't business where the baby live. I am concerned that an innocent child lost their life. And I'm telling you, it really bothers me. It really bothers me. Because all of us were a child at some point. You understand? That's why we have to respect life, you know. All of us were a child at some point. Every last one of us. Unless you're an alien or you're a demon or something. All of us were a child at some point. Johnny.
One person I can find a picture and show you. That's crazy. It's not crazy. A wickedness. See, look at baby there. Look at baby. It's fine. If not have no flash, anybody can take a gunshot. Look at baby. This man, the father for this child is a shopkeeper. He's no gunman, but sure with a gunman. And a gunman now is things that don't have no business. They don't have no business because they can't read and write. No. You come to kill the father and you see the kingdom and you won't even spare the rod and spoil the child and even that you for saying there. You come to hurt the man, you call for serve and you come in at the man's house and shoot up in here. I don't know what kind of justice you're going to get from this. But we want you, if the people up, they're not told, if the people up West Kingston now will take a stand. 99.9% of the time, 12% will worry about more. Nothing that everybody is. I'm going to hear everybody do. That's good.
Wow. 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 I mean, that entire community and communities like that has some reflecting to do. You know what I mean? I win this. I prayed and chanted for Andrew Honest to return to Jesus. We are at a point where evil in this country will topple our beloved country. Turn back on Jonas. Jesus is a merciful God. Wait, hold on. Let me listen to this.
What's the show for Andrew Only's Instagram page now? One blue tip page.
I hear man talk kind of lie. About 20 million and 28 million. Lie!
No take it.
Me not take no salary increase.
Listen, Keel.
My salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back up.
Feel like we get back, take something no get
Because
back.
he's a proud man, you know.
Watch the information I'm going to show for Andrew Only's Instagram page now. One blue tick. Prime Minister to confirm with the established salary scale former Prime Minister to be adjusted. Remember saying we feel like we get it back. So remember saying feel like we get it back. So money when take, when saying ain't take you feel like we get it back. I know say we get back something when you get already. But anyway, we could get to another picture now. Jamaican people, me confused. As explained by Prime Minister when he declined to accept adjusted compensation in 2013. Another Prime Minister in the future are the new mandate may give an opportunity to reconsider the Prime Minister's salary. Hold on. In respect of this, the decision was taken last year for the new administration was in place. However, it is implementation was delayed because of Hurricane Melissa. Every last thing of Melissa get blamed. Carl Lewis, look at this. Parliament has advised to effect this change as of September 2025. September 2025.
No, when really I talk about that, sir? No, me confused.
I hear man talk kind of lie. About 20 million and 28 million. Lie!
No take it.
Me not take no salary increase.
Listen, Keel.
My salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back up.
Feel like we get back, take something no get back.
Because
No. That statement suggests that him take the money from them time then when him attack. So what you mean by him feel like we get back? You can't give back something you never take. Andrew, you confuse yourself and you confuse the people and where you talk to. And this is not the first rodeo. Why can't this man communicate clearly and cogently? When him said that, so it suggests him have the money already and him feel like give it back. Listen.
Feel like we get back, take something no get back.
because he's a proud man, you know, to increase.
Listen, Keel.
My salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back up.
Feel like
So, what you mean by you feel like you give back? You feel like you give back your whole entire salary so you would work for nothing? You and Jonas want us to believe that you would give back money? Okay.
get back, take something no get
Because
back.
he's a proud man, you know.
What?
What's up, Andrea?
The information I'm going to show you from Andrew Only's Instagram page now. One blue tick. Prime Minister to confirm with the established salary scale former Prime Minister to be adjusted. Remember saying we feel like we get back. So remember saying we feel like we get back. So money when take. When you say they take you feel like we get back, I know say we give back something when you get already.
Yes.
But anyway, we could get to another picture now. Jamaican people, me confused. As explained by Prime Minister when he declined to accept adjusted compensation in 2013. Another Prime Minister in the future are the new mandate may give an opportunity to reconsider the Prime Minister's salary.
All right. That part they know, when them say, when he declined to accept the adjusted compensation in May 2023, another Prime Minister in the future or a new mandate may give an opportunity to reconsider the Prime Minister's salary. What that means to me is that the Prime Minister does not have an option to refuse the salary. Just like what Nesta Morgan said. And let me go to that because I have it on my computer. As a matter of fact, I want this a computer. Hold on. I'm so find the people. No worry yourself. No worry yourself. We're going to history.
So if you are in prayer, if you are in worship, and it seems as if the more you pray and the more you worship God, is the worse things get, I want to share a revelation with you. So one day I wanted to see parrots. So I went on YouTube and I started to play some songs that imitate parrots.
Could pay you more and the country not running well. The country not running well. There is no mechanism to
Government
the money.
Government unable to suspend salary increase. Let's go to that. Government unable to suspend salary increase. Let's go to that article, right? RJR. See it there? Nesta Morgan. Alright, let's listen. Let's go back. Because what them say, approve. What them say, why are they restricting the live? On TikTok. What happened on TikTok why them are restrict the live? TikTok, I go end the live and start it back, you know. Or come over to my YouTube, yeah, man. I can't deal with this. Come over to my YouTube, TikTok. I'm showing them my YouTube. When did I get here? What? Bro, what? What is happening? Government unable to suspend salary increase for MPs. Government unable to suspend salary increase for MPs. Alright, so here it is again. Let me click that, see if it comes up. Actually want to show you the article. You know, because sometimes just listening on the things, people can say this and people can say that. No.
There's no account that you can take your salary and give back. Because giving back the money to the government means that you would have to, the TAJ taxes that they draw for your salary, 30% above about $6 million, you'd have to get that back from the TAJ. You'd have to pay back the NIS. You'd have to pay back the NHP contributions. You'd have to pay back the education tax contributions, the health insurance. You'd have to pay that back as well. So to give back money is really not practical. The only way you cannot get paid
light off, man.
Resign. And I don't suspect any of the gentlemen speaking will resign.
No, but first thing, have you received?
You hear that? The man said the only way they cannot receive it is if them resign.
But the way the government payment system works is that...
See the article here, people.
Cut off for processing of salaries is usually around the 15th of each month. There is no mechanism to give back the money to the government.
You hear that?
That you can take your salary and give back. Because giving back the money to the government means that you would have to, the TAJ taxes that they draw for your salary, 30% above about $6 million, you'd have to get that back from the TAJ. You'd have to pay back the NIS. You'd have to pay back the NHP contributions. You have to pay back the education tax contributions, the health insurance. You'd have to pay that back as well. So to give back money is really not practical. The only way you cannot get paid is if you resign. And I don't suspect any of the gentlemen speaking will resign.
Yeah, what do you do?
So let's give an example from me as a minister. Monday mornings, I start my morning. I get up and I finish reading cabinet documents.
That are just gibberish. The bottom line is that you can't give out the money, ladies and gentlemen. Zin? So,
Give any of the money. The gentleman that speak the money for resign. I must leave.
Wholeness Welcomes Pledge. Wholeness Welcomes Pledge to donate 80. Wholeness Welcomes Golding's Pledge to donate 80% of new salary to charity. Leadership. Wholeness Welcomes Golding's Pledge to donate 80% of salary to charity. See it here, Jamaica Observer. Me still a try find nationwide one. Still a try find nationwide one. See me? Still a try, because nationwide one are the one who have the audio. You get me? The one I just see a while ago. Yeah, and them have the audio. I want to find for them one. You are the one I love. Not seeing it. Wow. So, Wholeness Welcomes Golding Pledge to donate 80% of his salary to charity. Need an article here from the right place, man. IRFM, opposition, that's not the wording. Goldness uses salary increase to tackle illegal dumping. August 25th, 2023. Golding donates 80% of retroactive salary increase. June 13, 2023. With the fire burning in the darkest nights, you are the one I love. You are the one I love. You're the one I love. You're the one I love. You are the one I love. You are the one I love.
Informed, I'm Michelle June. Is vacation by B. Motive salary increase is in Jamaica. Wanted to fulfill their. We will see Troy fulfill following charity. Make a parallel fully selectives within society. Eli's community arc for an independent but.
Wow. Talk about not having the man speak for himself. Damn. That's crazy. St. Vincent. Alright, even St. Vincent pick it up. Alright, I must eat this. Please we eat. Donations have been allocated to the following charities: Missionary of the Poor, Mustard Seed Community, Food for the Poor, Joytown Community Development Foundation, OT Fair Clothes Trust Fund, Jamaica Paralympic Association. You hear that? These are the places that Mark Jefferson Golding, the white man, the white Jamaican, put his money. 80% of his money. 80% of his money. Because what? Bobby, where are you with? Because what? The man I said, brother, it is egregious one I do. You know, I'm going to end the TikTok live. When I come over YouTube here, man. TikTok I fight me live, brother. I don't know why. No idea with the thing away. And plus my phone not charge. Come over YouTube. I'm gonna end that live. Come over YouTube. See there, Jamaica? See there? Live and in living colors, man. Mighty God, one Marky G. Eh? What is this? Yo, the man ain't easy. Me really a question whether or not Andrew Honest was claim where my claim is that him no receive the full pay package from them time that till now. Me a question that straight up. Me can't say that out loud. I am questioning that. So Mr. Golding said the percentage of his salary totaling 5,417,000 was donated to the Missionary of the Poor, Mustard Seed Community and Food for the Poor, and Joytown Community Development Foundation. He said the charities were selected based on their exceptional work in addressing critical needs within Jamaica society. The opposition leader reiterated his call for a review and rollback of the excessively high salary increase granted to members of the political directorate. You hear that? So Mark going in position in terms of the increase for the politicians, them, you know, is well documented. The man said, Virgin, we cannot take this thing here, you know, because we have a negotiation that is in play right now with the people, you know. This one I know another one. Let me play it from the TikTok. Listen to where Mark going and say right so. Because of that, me try to find, you know.
But to serve the politics, to enrich. I did not come into politics to enrich myself,
right,
but to serve the people of Jamaica.
Right.
As leader of the opposition, I must lead by example
right.
at a time like this. I will therefore redirect the bulk of the 240+% increase in my pay and retain 20% of that increase and contribute the rest to persons in need and other worthy causes. I intend to do this until the outstanding grosses affecting the public sector workers arising out of the restructuring have been satisfactorily addressed.
Prepare you more on the country not running well. The country not running well. Because of that very reason, you have chosen to have an underpaid political class. How must they deliver? The wholeness now has... I have to call out that the leader of the opposition is telling lies. Julian Robertson stood in Parliament and said he supported the increase. Clear, and the tapes are there. Secondly, he called the increase unconscionable, yet he takes it. I, Andrew Michael Holness, did not take it. The option was available to him as well. I chose not to take it.
Selected the 26th is on a Sunday. You're usually paid on the last working day, which is the Friday. But if the 25th is on a Monday, you're paid on a Monday. There is no mechanism to give back the money to the government. There's no account that you can take your salary and give back. Because giving back the money to the government means that you would have to, the TAJ taxes that they draw for your salary, 30% above about $6 million, you'd have to get that back from the TAJ. You'd have to pay back the NIS. You'd have to pay back the NHP contributions. You'd have to pay back the education tax contributions, the health insurance. You'd have to pay that back as well. So to give back that money is really not practical. The only way you can not get paid is if you resign. And I don't suspect any of the gentlemen speaking will resign.
No, but first...
Yo, it might say, I don't suspect any of the persons would resign. I don't suspect so. Mighty God. President Trump plans to do what? Raise global tariffs? Oh, it's about to turn all the way up, ladies and gentlemen. Sheesh. Yeah, it's about to turn all the way up. Anyway, let me go to the Senate right now, because we are talking about leadership, you know. Boy. Leadership. Let me tell you about leadership. Let me tell you about leadership. Hey. Let me tell you about leadership. Aye. Let me tell you about... Oh, where there? All right. Mr. Lammy. Mighty God, this is a long one. I've got to speed up the one, people. No, man. Lammy, you deal with them wicked, yes, man.
As I rise to address both bills before,
I like that.
I am tempted to read from the Jamaica Observer, my favorite newspaper at that time.
Hey.
Article on October 15, 2025.
Yes.
And the first paragraph says, JMMB Group Chief Executive Officer Keith Duncan is reiterating his push for the government to abolish the asset tax, which continue to negatively impact entities in the financial sector. He found support today in Senator, as we call him on this side, the tall Senator, Senator Ramon Small Ferguson. He found support in Senator Anderson, but we couldn't find the support for him in his own presentation.
Mighty God.
I know deflection when I see it, Senator, and your speech was a master class in deflection. Not sufficient to the time, because it raises issue when your favorite station nationwide report you have called on the workers to make sacrifice, public sector workers, but you have corrected it to say you really only call on them to make more restraint. The reality is, the asset tax, as Senator Ramon Small Ferguson pointed out, came at a particular time in the country's history. And there are some other measures which came at a particular time. The truth be told, in 2011, nobody in the world wanted to deal with Jamaica.
Nobody.
The thing in Washington was, let Jamaica fail.
Yes.
In fact, the IMF managing director came to Jamaica and said, the talk was, has Jamaica failed yet? Because nobody wanted to help us. Until a delegation on Christmas Eve of the Black Caucus went across to the IMF and said, you must help Jamaica. And that's the context in which the asset tax came into being. That the private sector supported it then. And the government of the day said it would be temporary. The IMF demanded it. As they demanded the debt swap, and as they demanded Central Gale wage freeze. That's the context in which it came. And the promise to abolish it. Senator Hill, you was on that side. You were opposed to it. Hardly Shaw was opposed to it. Andrew Wallace was opposed to it. So when you came in 2016, you all promised to abolish it. 10 years after, it's still with us. And the question I have to ask myself, is it the People's National Party government of Portia Simpson Miller,
yes,
Peter Phillips, Mark Golding heading the legislative committee, if they were prepared to take the bold, courageous, decisive measures to protect Jamaica, then to them, the current stability must go.
Hey, wanna see how...
As I rise,
hold on there.
I just both bills before us. They weren't prepared to take the tough decisions, and they did it in the interest of the country.
Wanna see how Keith Duncan hold on here that while ago? He can't look up. Can't look up, you know.
We paid a political price because of the opportunism of those who said what we were doing was wrong. Senator Floyd Morris is on record as saying that your attitude to the 11.4 billion from the NHT, another measure that was temporary, remains today 10 years after. And your plan is to extend it for another 5 years, 15 years, which you are opposed. And I say that because the current situation, Senator Duncan, does require some attention. On the 21st of November, Minister of Information, etc., made a statement to the House, to the Senate. And I asked you, Minister, about page 8 of that statement, where it spoke about new method of financing. I remember that. And my question to you was, this a code for more taxes?
Aye.
You remember when I asked that?
Aye.
Because I saw the signs. I read the documents. And it was clear that we'll have a chance in the budget to talk about those new taxes. And the no new taxes story has come to an end.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Gloria.
It is because the piggyback and the measures the PNP government took. I made a quip that nobody on that side, probably except for Senator Duncan, knows how much was paid in asset tax over the years. And the Senator, small progress into that. But none of them know it enough. None of them know it. Not even you, the former technical director. We have all of that. They don't know. I know, but let's assume I don't know. But you are government and you don't even know.
Mighty God.
So, our bold measures. And the question has to be asked. And I'm going to pose it in a different way. My colleague.
Turn up on them, Mr. Lambert.
Asset tax that the PNP imposed. Where would the economy be today?
Mighty God, talk truth.
And your claim stability. Without the $11.4 billion from the NHD,
yes,
that the PNP creatively put forward, where would the economy be? So when it comes to stability,
yes.
When it comes to stability,
yes,
talk to the PNP. When it comes to the edge tax, which you say you were opposed to, but you still keep, you have to credit that to the PNP and the stability of the year. Goes to the PNP foresight, goes to the PNP vision, to the PNP willingness to take the tough decisions in the best interest of a country that was wrecked by 2011.
Mighty God.
And with that out of the way, President, I hear this. I want to commend every employer who has given their worker a gift, a relief, humility, standards. And others, though they too were affected by Melissa, they give. They give. And a lot of employers give. And I want to commend them. And I check Senator Tobias Winston, Younger. I check and I say, so as an employer, how much the government give to the workers affected? I soon tell you. I soon tell you what I give. Because I don't draw taxes from people, you know. It's the government who do it. And the question is, how much does the government give? I tell you how much you give. I see Senator Fitzgerald and Senator Tobias Winston saying they give 3 million. Me? Plenty. And I tell you afterwards. But right now I want to know how much the government gave as an employer. None. Who will benefit from this 200,000 maximum? Who will benefit from it? So let us be clear, Senator here. To benefit from this 200,000 as a tax-free benefit.
Watch my pet.
To benefit, you have to be earning 32,600 plus per week. You have to be earning $32,696 per week to benefit. Because if you're not earning that much, then the tax threshold would protect you. And you would not have to pay any tax on that. So let us be clear. If you really want to help more people, what you should do is to say to the backside workers who have suffered damage to in center, and the and the other workers who may be earning more than 32,000, let's call it 33,000 per week. What you should be doing is say, we will add for those workers in that region impacted by Melissa, the 200,000 on top of the tax threshold. So for them, the tax threshold will become 1.9. In that way, people would benefit. The tourist worker in hotel, the majority are not earning this level per week. So, nice gesture. We welcome it. But let's be realistic as to who and how many persons are really going to benefit. There is a way to make more people benefit. Add the 200,000 to the threshold for those workers. So, President, it's clear to me There's a lot of talk about helping workers. It's more PR. More PR. More PR than reality. They can't tell us how many workers will benefit. And say, again, it's correct. Give us some data. Give us some data. Data missing. The President, I have long said that the bulk of the workers who are not going to be benefited, because, as Senator Enoch said, the 1.5, I know the 1.7, let us not forget that 1.5 was funded by $32 billion in taxes over 2 years. Let us not forget that. So the workers have paid for that. They have paid for that in new taxes. $32 billion in taxes, 2016 and 2017. So this is not the great gift that requires us jumping up and down. If we really want to help the workers, I would invite the government to review your income tax measures.
Yes.
And remove from paying taxes any worker who is now earning the minimum wage. Because let us remind the world that if you earn minimum wage, you are required to pay education tax, which was introduced in 1983 by their government, but was never used to fund directly education.
Mighty God.
Remove the tax from the minimum wage.
Wow, education tax was never used to affect education directly? What a wicked... Oh, so you're telling me that the JLP is the one that put in education tax? You know, say yesterday me and a very close person of mine was talking about this education tax thing and all of the tax them. And that individual is somebody that knows the history of taxation in Jamaica for a very, very good while now. Most of Jamaica's, a majority of Jamaica's independence, she lived through it. Right? As a business woman. And she was very upset. She was very upset about what has been going on with these taxes. Not just after Melissa, but before. Right? Because you see, when you're somebody that file your taxes and you crunch the numbers and you have the experience, you see, you're more educated as a, what would I call it now? A voter. So you see, this mirage of lies, and it's a deceptive statement when they say no new taxes. If you pay taxes, you would know that they are deceiving you when they say that. You understand? And she knew at the point when it was said that they were deceiving the people. And now it's getting worse, because now they have come, after deceiving the people about no new taxes, they come now with new taxes, a barrage of new taxes that is going to definitely pressure the regular folks even more. You understand? So, man, let me tell you something. Lambert Brown just teach me something a while ago. I did not know that they were the one that put in. And she was talking about the education tax too. Yes, my friend, when I talk about it. Mighty God. No, man. Me I go move on to the next person. This can't serious or real. Oh, me post that already. Me never did listen to this.
Specific to the Asset Tax Amendment Act 2026. As the Minister indicated, the bill proposes to amend the filing and payment date for the asset tax. It doesn't reduce the tax, it doesn't phase it out, it does not commit to removing the tax. It simply changes the date when it's filed and when it's paid. And while these administrative adjustments may be necessary from time to time, this amendment, in our view, misses the central issue in relation to this tax entirely. Because, Mr. President, the real issue with respect to the asset tax is not when the tax should be paid. The real issue is whether the tax, which is currently a burden to financial institutions, its customers, and its shareholders, should continue to exist at all. Mr. President, let's speak plainly about why this tax is problematic. The asset tax does not tax profit. It doesn't tax success. It taxes the mere existence of capital. You're being punished for putting capital to work in the economy. In simple terms, a financial institution pays the tax whether it makes money or not. I don't think anybody could argue that that sounds inconsistent. It pays whether the economy is strong or weak. It pays whether lending and investing is booming or slowing. This is not how most taxes work, Mr. President. Normally when a business earns more, it pays more. When it earns less, it pays less. That is fair and logical. But this tax does not move with performance. It's fixed against the size of a company's balance sheet. So even in difficult times, even when margins are tight, even when institutions are trying to support recovery, as all financial institutions should be doing now, the tax remains. It means, Mr. President, that the cost of this tax doesn't simply sit on the books of the financial institution. It shows up in higher borrowing costs. It shows up in lower dividends to all investors, to include pensioners, all investors, small and large. It reduces the investment capacity of financial institutions, and there is less room for these institutions to support businesses and individuals. It quietly, like a phantom, increases the cost of capital in this country. And in a developing country like Jamaica, capital is not a luxury. We're a country with...
So it is counterproductive. If it increases capital, it's counterproductive to the economy's growth. And we wonder why the economy is not growing. Wow. Yo, the asset tax sound like a demon tax. Is it just me? Based on what Mr. Ferguson is explaining, right? This asset tax coming like a demon tax, brother. Or if you tax somebody even when they're not making the money. How? If they're producing, you tax them too much, then, well, a percentage tax go by. So if them are make $40 billion and then pay 15% of 40 billion, is the same 15% out of 100 billion or 500 billion. So automatically the government makes more of that company the more productive they are. But if you are going to tax a company that does not make any money or make a lot of money or don't even balance them books. What's going on, Ryan Campbell? Big up, my brother. You said, Gloria, it's unconstitutional. Man, I don't know about all of that, but I don't know if it's unconstitutional or not, but that's unfair, bro. That's a tax from hell. That sound like one tax where Pharaoh and with a guy that name from Greeks and Rome. Yeah, one I Roman leader them and one I Greece leader them. It sound like one I a wicked leader them from them time there. One tax from them. Even when the poor people them did poor and them not get, you know, good protection or nothing or whatever, them used to just tax them one portion of tax and keep them poor. That's what this tax sound like. Asset tax sound like a demon tax, brother.
Scarce resources, as we're constantly reminded. Capital is what finances homes, businesses, infrastructure, and jobs. Exactly. The tax is distortionary, and that's the issue surrounding it. It affects the ability of Jamaicans to borrow, to invest, to save, and to earn ultimately. And that is why this tax, by its very design, works against the growth that we say that we want to achieve in this stage of our history. Mr. President, so you may ask yourself, why was this tax introduced to begin with? And that is an important context to set. The asset tax was introduced at a time when the country faced unsustainable debt, limited fiscal space, and severe economic vulnerability. Jamaica's recovery from that point did not happen by accident. It was the result of deliberate legislative and fiscal reforms, including the necessary restructuring of Jamaica's debt through the National Debt Exchange, the imposition of fiscal discipline, through binding fiscal rules, and the country's engagement with the international money.
Pause. The imposition of fiscal discipline. I tell you guys, the JLP never had a choice but to be fiscally disciplined. It was imposed upon them. They are not stewards of the economy. They are following the law, the fiscal laws. And because they have to follow it, it makes them appear to be good managers of the economy. But they don't have a choice, ladies and gentlemen. The things they have a choice on, like asset tax, they obviously are abusing it. The things they have a choice on, like the $11.4 billion coming out of the NHD, they obviously are abusing it. And even after abusing these things, where's the money going? How comes the economy cannot grow under their leadership? These are the questions we have to ask to each other. Whoa.
Exactly. That is distortionary, and that's the issue surrounding it. It affects the ability of Jamaicans to borrow, to invest, to save, and to earn ultimately. And that is why this tax, by its very design, works against the growth that we said that we want to achieve in this stage of our history.
Yes.
Mr. President, so you may ask yourself, why was this tax introduced to begin with? And that is an important context to say. The asset tax was introduced at a time when the country faced unsustainable debt, limited fiscal space, and severe economic vulnerability. Jamaica's recovery from that point did not happen by accident. It was the result of deliberate legislative and fiscal reforms, including the necessary restructuring of Jamaica's debt through the National Debt Exchange, the imposition of fiscal discipline, through binding fiscal rules, and the country's engagement with the International Monetary Fund in 2013, after we effectively abandoned them in the previous administration. Right? It was the People's National Party who made the hard decisions at that time to introduce this tax. Those reforms were understandably imposed at that time and caused a burden on the economy. But it is important to state, that that burden was ultimately borne by Jamaicans. It was borne by our financial services sector. It was borne by Jamaican investors. The National Debt Exchange required domestic institutions, pension funds, individual investors to accept lower yields, extend maturities, and reduce returns in order to help. And at that time, the financial services sector stepped up in the national interest. They accepted those sacrifices because they understood, all Jamaicans understood, that these measures were necessary for a time to restore Jamaica's stability. And because they were assured that these measures, these extraordinary measures, were only being introduced for a period and that they were temporary, they acted in good faith.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, the JLP continues these types of things and keep the foot on the Jamaican people's necks. The extraction of the $11.4 billion, keep the foot on the people's necks. The asset tax, keep the foot on people's necks. When both those things were not necessary anymore, they were still using it to keep the foot on the people's necks. You want a wickeder government than this? I'm Mr. Son Liberator, watch me replay. Big up on yourself, watch the replay. And I drop comment in the comment section. Big up on yourself. I want the comrade them and the neutral them to drop comment too. But don't watch the replay for the live stream. Because I do have some, proper conversations on these live streams. Understand? About a lot of different topics in regards to what's going on in Jamaica. right? Albeit the size of the audience at times, we still keep it, you know, of high integrity and about what we really believe in. You understand? We're not just saying it to entertain you, right? We're saying it because we truly believe in what we're saying. And also we are following the facts. And we don't want to spread no misinformation. You understand? Or disinformation. Never our intent. And I'm not too big to apologize because my ego is not that big. So if I am in error in any way, I'll come and say I'm in error because it's proven that I'm in error. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No joke.
Mr. President, these sacrifices were a bridge to carry us from the instability that the government of the day inherited to the stability that is celebrated in the current day. It was a bridge from the instability that the government of the day inherited to the stability that we celebrate today. Mr. President, I contend that that bridge is now crossed. The very reforms, Mr. President, that were required and those sacrifices that were made, they succeeded. The debt has declined significantly. Fiscal stability has now been restored. Jamaica's macroeconomic credibility has been reestablished. Yet, several of the temporary measures, Mr. President, introduced during that time remain in place, to include this one. What was introduced was meant to be extraordinary, and it has now become ordinary. And that raises serious questions, Mr. President, about fairness and credibility. Mr. President, there is near universal agreement across institutions, administrations, and across the financial services system that the asset tax is distortionary, and it should not exist as a permanent feature in our tax regime. The International Monetary Fund, as far back as 2016.
What the hell happened to his microphone? Is it me?
And they explicitly welcome the intention to remove the asset tax, recognizing the distortionary nature of it. The current government itself has acknowledged on several occasions that the tax is distortionary. In his presentation of the 2020-2021 budget, the former Minister of Finance, Dr. Nigel Clark, in announcing an intention to reduce the asset tax from 0.25% to 0.125%, noted that the tax was distortionary. And although it was levied on financial institutions, it was filtering through to ordinary Jamaicans, to the borrowing public, to investors, and that it was a disincentive to house assets here in Jamaica. That sounds counter to what we want. The statement was also consistent with the government's decision to abolish the asset tax for unregulated entities in 2019. Right? So only the financial institutions bear the burden now. The private sector organization of Jamaica, under its immediate past president, Mr. Siaga, wrote formally to the minister in 2023 on behalf of the Jamaica Bankers Association, the Jamaica Securities Dealers Association, and the Jamaica Insurance Association, calling for the removal of the asset tax and reminding the government of its commitment to do so. There's no serious institutional voice that can argue that this tax is sound economic policy.
Whoa.
Mr. President,
no sound institution, financial institution, can argue that the tax makes economic sense. Like, bro, this asset tax is crazy. And again, what was the reason for it? It was all about a temporary thing. Oh yeah, I put this out on my page already. Let me play it.
National Party Media Unit. This is Andrea Perkis, opposition spokesperson on tourism and linkages. Today I am speaking out about a systematic injustice that has been hiding in plain sight for far too long. Right now, hundreds of our hotel workers are sitting at home in the wake of Hurricane Melissa, facing absolute uncertainty about their futures. They don't know if they have a job to go back to, and that is a disgrace.
Whoa.
Here is the reality we must confront.
Yes.
Up to 90% of Jamaica's hotel workers are employed on rolling short-term contracts. They work 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year, And then, just before they qualify for the protections they are legally entitled to, they are given a calculated contract break. An artificial gap designed specifically to reset the clock so the employer can deny them their rights. Let me be clear. This is not flexible working. This is a legal trap. Hurricane Melissa has exposed just how cruel this system is.
Yes.
Workers who have given years of loyal service to the same property.
Oh, you have to work at one place for more than 2 years. As a matter of fact, I would put it at, if you are dedicated to a place for a year, right, and you have no bad record, there should be a automatic, you know, and I'm talking about good behavior. Like, you are not involved in anything nefarious. You haven't been suspected of anything. There's no evidence of you harassing guests, and you are a consummate professional. I do not see any good reason why you don't make staff after that. You're talking about 365 days of your life. There should be no contract that extends 365 days. And if a hotel, they have to put the laws in place to protect the citizens of Jamaica. They really, and you know, listen, if I was one, elected, and two, you know, equipped with the knowledge to make these things happen, me can tell you, Jamaica, as a leader, yeah, I would be results based. When I am done, there will be no question. Call me the MJ of politics. When I am done, there will be no question. No question. Because I'm going to be open and honest with the people. And civics would have to be in school because they would have to understand the intricacies of politics and how the entire system works and what a politician power, depending on what area, you know, he is, whether he's an MP or a councillor or whatever, what actually is in their power to do. And the aim for my administration would be to have whatever post that anybody is in, they would be the GOAT at what they're doing, the greatest of all time. So if they're a councillor in a certain division, they would have to outmatch the councillor that came before them. And it's performance based because there's going to be an evaluation. If you're not performing in your role, you will be replaced. Period. So if we have this, we can't have an issue like this for years and years and years. And the politicians expect us to believe that they have no control, absolutely no control over the amendments in protecting the workers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unacceptable. Unfortunately, it is not unbelievable. Because there's so much other, the standard of this government is so low. When I hear about things like this continuing, is like we have been immune to poor governance. We have become they are so terrible that we have become immune to poor governance. Like, oh yeah, man, we don't say that them do, man, a regular thing. I just saw it go. That's how them put. They have made us accepting passive, you know, leadership. And again, it speaks to leadership, and that's why we're here. And we hear people talk about Mark Golding, but let me tell you something. And this is a fact, and they know it. All of the labor rights, them know it. Every last one of them. They know that if Mark Golding got an opportunity to run this country, he would run several circles around the Jamaica Labour Party present leadership. You hear what I said? several circles. And that's a fact. And that's what they're most scared about. If Mark Golding was given the opportunity fairly and equitably in a free and fair election, he would have won the election last year. And the people of Jamaica would have seen Mark Golding at work. He's not a man that is fearful of hard work, you know. Because he's building the type of muscle memory, taking the PMP from, I mean, literally political solitude, being locked away forever, never seen another victory again. He has taken them from that to, you know, they won the election. You know that they really stole the election from the PMP. This is the conversation, and the Labour, them know it. The Labour, them know it in their heart. Them know say Mark Golding win the election and the PMP. They think so them don't know. Them know the seat them will get robbed up. Jamaica, them know the seat them will get robbed up. So that's why they are pushing, and I'm sidetracking. That's why they are pushing this Damian Crawford thing so much. All of the Labour rights station them. Because they want to sow this card amongst the PMP. When you don't fall for your banana in a tailpipe here. Mr. Damian Crawford has been very honest. The man have ambition to become a leader one day. But at this time, he will not do anything to destroy the stance and the position of the party. The party is in a strong space right now. You know? The People's National Party is in a strong space. And I will go further. You see, if it wasn't for Hurricane Melissa, even ministers like Miss Perkis, she would be doing more in Parliament. But Hanover is in crisis, ladies and gentlemen. She has to be on the ground. You understand? It's very difficult. Right? I think I have Daniel. Eastern and Western Westmoreland. All three men. Vaz, you understand? Jensek and Mr. Hales. All three of them. Dr. Dayton Campbell. All three of them, right? And Dwayne Vaz and Ian Hales. They are really wrapped up, you know, ladies and gentlemen, with their constituency. You know. It's almost like they are the prime minister of their constituency with little to no resources that they themselves would manage and you know, delegate here and there. You see what Dr. Dayton Campbell is doing? Farming. Have you guys, as a matter of fact, let's go to Dr. Dayton Campbell's page on Instagram. Let me give you guys an update, because it's been a while, right? It's been a while. Let me give you guys an update. Dayton Campbell. Let's go to him. Let me show you some things here. You see this? Fully active. Fully active hydroponic farming. I want to get into this as well. You see that? Hydroponic farming. You see that? Lettuce. Hydroponic farming. Westmoreland needs food. What is Dr. Dayton Campbell doing? Making, farming, food. St. Elizabeth needs food. Food, Jamaica. Food. You see that? You see the man yard? You see the ground? You see it set up? I want to get involved in this. I have had my eye on it for months now. Even before Hurricane Melissa. See it here? See it here? Man working, man. Man working, Jamaica. See there? Look at that. You see that? Look at the ease in which it's done. You see that? I don't know why it's not playing in, man. I have it turned up. No volume? Wow. Let me see if something else is playing. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Pop chow, lettuce, lush green. Farmer Campbell are doing things. See there? End product. End product. Watch out. Watch it. Pop choy that, you know? Watch out. Look at that. Look at that. You don't know lettuce expensive? Yo, me say, if I even feed my family, man, this is something me definitely. See there? Eat your own food. Eat your own food. Mr. Dr. Nathan Campbell has responded, ladies and gentlemen. How our MPs to respond. See, this is the birth of it. See that? This was the birth of it. When them just start and lay down the thing. Don't get it twisted. Hundreds of thousands of dollars you look on right so in terms of the setup. You get me? Yeah, man. True. That the size there, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because I call the hydroponic people and ask them what is the packages that they have. You get me? It takes time, you know, like any other farming, you know, but to be quite honest with you, it's way easier than the regular style of farming. You get me? It's way easier. Way easier indeed. Oh gosh, the music. I can't do the music. Can't do the music. So, you know, I don't know if you guys remember the first video you saw from Dr. Nathan Campbell when Hurricane Melissa hit. And you could see the distress, like he experienced and was experiencing what the people were experiencing. And that's why it was so overwhelming. You guys remember when Daryl Vaz criticized Dr. Nathan Campbell saying that he was crying crocodile tears? No, those are real tears, ladies and gentlemen. Those are real tears. That it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. You see me? This was October 23rd, 2025. So this was before Hurricane Melissa.
Member of Parliament from Eastern Westmoreland. As we are making some preparations for the impending storm, Melissa, I want to use this opportunity just to say a few words to the constituents of Eastern Westmoreland. First and foremost, I want all residents to please pay attention to the news and to take this warning seriously. It is to your benefit for you to make adequate preparation. That means you're going to get some non-perishable items, you're going to get some batteries, you're going to make sure that you can survive should we lose electricity for a couple of days. Additionally, you want to be able to have food to eat, so you need to get some canned stuff, non-perishable things that you can have. You also want to ensure that those trees and things that are close to your accommodation, that you cut the limbs so that in the event that the storm should come, it will not cause those limbs to fall onto your property and create further damage. For persons who are in the agricultural sector, in agronomy, you would want to ensure that you can secure your crops as best as possible. If they are close to maturity, then you might want to reap from now. For those who have livestock, then you want to secure those properly. And for the fisher folks, all the way from Bluefields into Whitehall, I am begging those persons, please to yield to the warnings and take precautionary measures. This is not the time for you to be at sea. We have an allocation that has been made through NWA And we're currently having the contractor and the NWA officer on the road as we are identifying and cleaning the drains. This allocation was only made on Thursday of this week, which is yesterday. And as such, we're just in that preparation phase. We intend to get the drains clean between today and tomorrow. So I really want to say to persons, please listen to the information, ensure that you have accurate information, know the numbers that you are to call in cases of emergency. And for those females who are pregnant, the medical officer has given a warning, which I want to endorse, that persons who are a month away from their delivery date, that they should try and get accommodation with somebody, that a relative or friend that lives close to a medical facility. So in the need that you should go into labor, you would be able to have a safe delivery. We will be sharing the list of the shelters for all 4 divisions, and so you'll be able to know which shelter is closest to you in case you should need one. We continue to make preparations as to how we will treat with the aftermath of this hurricane. But I really want us to ensure that we can protect life and protect property to the best of our abilities. Thank you very much and remain safe. God bless you. Hi, I'm Dr. Date.
So, Dr. Dayton Campbell, that was some days before the hurricane hit. You understand? Leadership. You understand? Cleaning out the drains them. Look at yo, yo, look on them drain there. I serious work them there, the man them are doing, no man, the drain them in one bad. Yo, imagine if them never do this. Them drain are in one terrible condition, could they? Look like they never clean yet. Could they? Mighty God. Huh? Look at that, man. Wow. Wow. Look there.
Dr. Dayton Campbell, the Member of Parliament for the Eastern Westmoreland. Based on the latest update, we're seeing that Hurricane Melissa is supposed to make landfall in Eastern Westmoreland. Over the last couple of days, we've been making preparations. So we've cleaned a few of the drains in the White House here, all the way up to Portland, Bag, into Darliston, into the Leamington Division, and also into Bettelton. We have a few of the shelters that are currently open. In the White House Division of the Petersville Primary and Kings Primary. And in Leamington we have Kew Park and Ashton Primary. And up in Darliston, King Karen, Ford, Darliston, Mount McLeod that are currently occupied, and persons are there and some supplies are there. I'm making a final appeal to our residents to take the warning seriously. The parish coordinator is Mrs. Marcy Campbell, and you can reach out to her. Know the emergency numbers. Again, I'm reminding persons who are pregnant to go closer to a healthcare facility. And a special appeal to the fisher folks from Bluefields all the way up to White House. This is not the time to experiment. This is not the time to be at sea. Preserve your life. Everything else we can recover. But your life we can't recover that. So ensure that you take all the necessary measures to preserve your life. We have received an allocation that we are putting together, some tarpaulin and some food supplies for persons who are in need. We've already got some calls from some individuals, and so we know the immediate aftermath we need to take it. So here's me saying to you, as I go out, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and listen to the warnings. Be prepared, and always reach out to myself or the councillors or any one of the councillors from the disaster center. Thank you. God bless you.
And this was a day after Hurricane Melissa. Hurricane Melissa made landfall in New Hope, which is in White House Division in East Portland. It then traveled across the constituency, creating mayhem in all 4 divisions. The scenes are horrific. The reason you are not seeing it is because the people have no connection and the roads are impassable. The shelter and Chantilly primary collapsed and unalived a female. We need help. This was Dr. Dayton Campbell, October 29th, 2025. You see why they were criticizing Andrew Holness? You guys see why they were criticizing Andrew Holness? When he never made it to Westmoreland, same couldn't land. That was where landfall was made. And they declared St. Elizabeth Ground Zero. And that appears to be because of some other agenda. Hey, me telling you, man. Four bodies in Darlistan, right? At this time, 29th. Can't move because the roads are impassable. Wow. I don't think Jamaica has truly, all of Jamaica has truly, I don't know, comprehend what happened in Westmoreland and these places. I don't think we truly get it. And I think a lot of people are very insensitive, especially the labrat them that only see green. They're very insensitive. Oh, because this is an era where PMP1, they disgracefully speak as if the people don't deserve help because they never voted for Andrew. As a leader, I could not stand by and hear supporters of my party and me say that I would condemn them. I would openly condemn those types of talks because it's not right. That's what a leader of principle does. You understand? That's what a leader of principle does. Whoa. Yo, look on the vehicle there. Mighty God. No, man. No, man. No, man. Look at Bluefield. Graves covered underwater.
Alright, Bob's here.
So Dayton Campbell really had his hands full, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not just him. Miss Heather. What's her name again? That lady from Hanover. You have 2 PMP people from Hanover. Miss Perkis and Miss Heather. I don't remember. Mrs. Heather. Something. I don't remember her last names. But I mean Zulika Jess. I mean, mighty God. That lady is a champion. Zulika Jess is a champion. The people in St. Elizabeth, hold on to her very, very tightly and don't let her go. You hear what I said? All the people in St. Elizabeth, hold on to Zulika Jess tight. Treat her like a prime minister. She a your prime minister. A son of a treat her. People in East Portland, hold on Mr. Isaac Buchanan, tight. People in South St. James, hold on Queen of the South, tight. Western Westmoreland, Ian Hills, tight. Central Westmoreland, Dwayne Vaz, hold on upon them. If them are doing right thing, hold on. Look on the road, them Jamaica. Look at the river took its way and take the road away. You hear that? These people are still in a devastating situation in these areas. Yeah. I think they really need to do a then and now of Westmoreland after 4 months. Darlington, Bethel, all them places. Same thing with Hanover, same thing with South St. James. They really need to do a then and now. Where are we after 4 months? Where are we? And what has the government done to affect where we are, to help the people of Jamaica? We're talking about leadership. Where are we? Where are we? Devastating, man. Devastating Jamaica. Devastating. Zine, roof, gone. Light wire down, everything down. You know what this does to the people? Psyche. When they look around and they see the place like that, it's either it breaks you or it makes you, you know. And unfortunately, a lot of people become broken. Unfortunately, it's the truth. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't pick up them bootstraps and start to build back same time and try to find a way out. Only a few do that. And even the ones that do that, at some point, when everything sinks in, they have those moments when, you know, the emotion is just too much. And they have to let it out. They have to cry. They have to deal with that emotion. Whether privately or publicly, they have to deal with it. And some people hold it up longer than some. But when it boil over, it just boil over. And you can't do no more. You can't hold it no more. You see me? Can't hold it no more, Jamaica. Can't hold it no more. A one house this I see. Watch out, I'll be a concrete house alone, me see. A whole on in this area.
Whole place mash up.
Watch that, man. My God. Yo, me can't even imagine what happened to the people in Westmoreland. Because my area, I just see tail storm we get. I remember me tell you, I worries in our dance. When Mrs. Tree start swing, when me hear things start pop down and I drop our roof, me I say backside. No sir. Remember me tell you. In the news, because I forgot to the news. Yeah, man. In the news. Mom of New Year baby share mixed emotion 2 months into journey. Okay. Where she is from. For young Jamaicans, the decision to start a family is becoming increasingly complex. The cost of living continues to rise. So young couples have, mighty God, you don't say this is something I have to really look into though. I have to look into the article, you know. This is lived experiences. So we definitely have to look into this article. Hopefully it you know. Copy the link and paste it. As I don't know why it's almost, you know. Glean, I not too late. Do the right thing. Who is here? Who is here with your boy? Not a lot of people, but big up the people where they are saying me. We need to read the article there. Westmoreland Chamber urges balance on proposed digital syntax. What is? President of Westmoreland Chamber of Commerce is urging the government to strike a careful balance as it moves to impose new taxes on digital services, alcohol, cigarette, and sugar drinks to meet the demands of economic fallout caused by Hurricane Melissa. The taxes will be an economic fallout. Common law couples caution against duplicate hurricane claims within household. Colonel Charles Jr., Minister of Labor and Social Security, is cautioning residents against submitting multiple hurricane relief applications from the same household, warning that the practice could delay or disqualify legitimate claims under the government shelter recovery program. Okay. The Child Protection Family Services Agency says it's expressing profound outrage and sorrow at the unaliving of the 3-year-old boy and the injury of his 8-year-old brother and their father in gun attack at their home in Denham Town, Kingston. Earlier this morning, the agency described the incidents as senseless acts of violence. Why would I hear nothing from Andrew yet? Andrew don't know about this.
The killing of a 3-year-old child in such a vicious and callous manner is beyond heartbreaking. It is unconscionable. When our babies become victims of gun violence, it signals a dangerous moral decline within our society.
True.
We cannot normalize or become numb to these atrocities.
True.
Our children are to be protected, nurtured, and cherished, not harmed and killed like animals. These repeated attacks against our youngest and most vulnerable citizens should shake us to our core as a nation. Every child's life is...
Hey, mommy, them are going to wait till God shake we, man. And at the time, them are going to feel the shaking, you know, when God shake we.
Sacred. As a country, we must examine what it says about us when our children are murdered and buried before they have had a chance to live.
Talk about it.
We all share a collective responsibility to safeguard Jamaica's children. Even as we speak out against this horrific act, the CPFSA is equally committed to standing with this family in their time of grief. Our first responders will be working closely with them to provide grief counseling and any other necessary psychosocial support that they need to help them navigate this unimaginable loss.
Yes.
While we cannot undo what has been done, we can ensure that they are not left to bear this pain alone.
Hey, Freedom, big up yourself and big up your page. I never know say the content, you know. See, you check your out, come subscribe and see some things. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, man. Continue for do it, man, because we need the people in the space who are talking truth, you know. A man charged over the theft of gaming boxes from a bar in St. Catherine was on Friday remanded when he appeared in the parish court. Omar Dennis, 35 of Denham Town, Kingston. Okay. 17-year-old boy charged in connection with murder of Bosco Bell businessman. What? 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 Are you serious, bro? What the hell is going on in St. Mary? What? Garfield seen. Last Monday, the minor is charged with conspiracy to rob and possession of criminal property. He joins police constable Quinny Blake and Daz Hain along with Tyrone Acosta as accused in the case. Wait. Hold on. Colleen, good night. So this is the case that everybody a talk about. A 17-year-old boy from Boscobel, St. Mary, has been charged by police in connection with the shooting death of 59-year-old businessman Garfield Singh. Me hear say Mr. Singh is a promoter. Zin at his Boscobel home last Monday. The minor is charged with conspiracy to rob and possession of criminal property. He joins police constables Queenie Blake and Daz Heen along with Tyrone Acosta as accused in the case. So 4 of them. You have Constable Queenie Blake and Daz Heen, 2 police that you know, with Tyrone Acosta and the young 17-year-old. Mighty God. Hold on there. The 3 men were charged on Thursday, February 19th. That are the 3 before the 17-year-old. Reports from the Port Maria police are that approximately 3:30 a.m. residents heard banging followed by gunshot at Singh's residence. Checks were made and the police were summoned. The businessman was found with multiple gunshot wounds. He was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Following investigations into the murder, a case file was prepared and submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution for a ruling. The police say that 17-year-old was subsequently charged after he gave a caution statement outlining his involvement in the commission of the crime. My goodness. Jamaica, what is going on in our beloved country? Nowhere no safe. All type of people involved in a crime. 17-year-old everybody. No, sir. Boy, I tell you, say, hey, it bad. It really bad. No, that one has shit me. Me not lie. You see this? Oh, God. Look at this. Look at this young lady, Nikisha Black. Before diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer. I don't even know what that means, but, bro, look at her. I thought, I was thinking this is her daughter, you know. Mighty God. People, I hope that this lady gets some unconventional help, you know, from the herbs, from God, from the earth, the connection with God. I hope she get that help and come back. 34-year-old, you know, mother of 3, you know. Oh God. And at Bethel Town she lived, then nobody she have a disaster where she go through in a Westmoreland. No man. No. This is really bad. Boy, miss, I hope that you are right to the most time. Lean pan him, man, because yo, this not safe. My goodness. I tell you, the article now home up, so I'm not going to waste no time, you know, because yo, too much things to talk about, too much things to look into. And some of them more have to highlight, some more have to figure out, you know, we more have to put out there, mostly in terms of recording. Man unalived, 2 others injured after truck crashes into parked vehicle in Portland. No, man. One demon's Lego in Jamaica, man. Yeah, man. The angel of death Lego in Jamaica. This no normal. Watch out. One parked vehicle, bro. Big up, Mr. No, me need a picture here, though. Share it to my page. And then I take down the picture. Need that picture there. Portland, everywhere. Why, baby mother denied Allen friends were gunmen gangsters. Alright. President Trump wants to impose a 15% tax up from 10% he announced after Supreme Court decision. Okay. Desmond Mackenzie offers $600,000 reward to help capture predators behind the deadly Denham Town attack. 600,000, okay. 3-year-old unalive father and brother injured in Denham Town.
Where were you in that moment?
They are work. I'm gonna get the car. I'm run off from my work. When I look at my dear father lie down on the ground under the sun. And end up rushing my dear father, go out to public with him. When I look, I see emergency a come. When I look, I see I'm a 3-year-old. They look after me, how me I cry, the nurse said, mother, just take it easy and try. I couldn't manage, me end up come up. When I come out on the outside, when I look at me 8-year-old, I come in a car again. Father and 2 sons. And then when they were 6-year-old, they on the bed. When it's 3-year-old and 8-year-old. I don't know how I'm gonna say. In the house, the shoot and go.
Oh God, man. Jamaica, we have to pray for that lady there, you know. She zone out. I can't see say he does too much. She can't manage, bro. Right now she make me in one space right now, just half of fear energy. I tell her. She can't manage, bro. You can see it, her whole anything can happen to her right there, so. She could have collapsed and dropped down and faint and wake up. To how she under mental and spiritual strain right there, so right now, in that moment. I don't know how she had the right now. She could in the same space or worse. Yeah, man, you have to pray for her, man. Mighty God, what is this? Bleach. Oh, bleach for your skin. Hey, bleach are dangerous for your skin, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man, you have to be careful. That's why, you have to use your gloves. We know, so we don't really like doing something about 3 shot, 1 fatal. Oh, this is the same story. No instant relief. Immediate benefits not expected by Jamaican exporters as the U.S. Supreme Court strikes down Trump's tariffs. So the Jamaica Tea CEO, John Mahfood, while welcoming the United States Supreme Court's decision to strike down tariffs imposed by Donald Trump administration, has warned that he does not anticipate any immediate impact on Jamaica's exports to the U.S. as a result of yesterday's ruling. Speaking with the Gleaner yesterday, Mahfood said it will probably take a whole year, the whole of this year, before we may begin to see if prices will return to pre-tariff levels. Wow. When you hear that, Jamaica? More bitter medicine. And Mahfood has said that. Hey, John Mahfood has said that. You know it bad? You know it bad, you know? Motor vehicles accident in Golden Spring, St. Andrew. What is this cartoon about? You diss me? I'm away. Ready here, boy. What the hell is going on here? Them man, they too soft. What going on, so? No, man, it's a cartoon that need help. It's a cartoon that need help. What is this? What is?
Help. I am needed. I am pleading to the public. I am begging help. I am in need of assistance. I don't want to lose her. Her birthday is on the 26th of February. She's a couple days away from having her 41. 41-year-old birthday. I'm pleading to even the Prime Minister and the Holiness to help me. I ask for my friends and family here and abroad to assist us. I have no other means of getting this $55,000 to help her. Please, I'm asking Jamaica to assist me. I beg you all for assistance. I am pleading to the public. I am begging.
Yo, I'm not telling no lie. A while ago, I see that girl a picture up on Facebook, and I don't know if it's true, but it is said and it is alleged that the girl go at the gas station, figure war one next girl, one pump attendant over one man. Listen when I say Jamaica, I don't know if it's true. That's what I heard. Zane, so she go war over one man allegedly, and it appears as if she go there with friends, because allegedly the pump attendant gets stabbed up. I would hey, let me look on my phone and I can find back exactly. Because let me see. Hold on them people. Let me go up on my Facebook then. Let me see if I can find the back on my Facebook. See? Alright, Facebook. Alright, Facebook. Alright. Oh no, Facebook it never save. So it has scroll some other different thing, you know. Hold on them people. Let me see if we can find back that story there. So allegedly the girl go to the gas station to go confront the next woman where the pump attendant, and the pump attendant gets stabbed allegedly by another girl where allegedly come with this girl, yeah, and she was set ablaze, ladies and gentlemen. She was set ablaze. I mean, honestly, if this case is what I'm hearing it is about, this is a clarion call for the people of Jamaica to not choose violence. Yeah? Yeah, man, don't choose violence. It's a clarion call. Violence is only the last resort, ladies and gentlemen. The very last resort. We agree? If you agree, type agree. It don't make no sense. Then look at this situation and now her sister after the out here so I beg people to help her to save her sister, when if what the story is saying is true, if she did turn her yard, right, and not engage in a no fight or alleged fight, then she wouldn't get set afire. Now go sit down, man, and make the man go on about his business. Right? Yeah. Sit down and make the man go. And if it was a man, would I say the same thing too? Brother, them things where we are go so Babson do things to female and them something. Brother, the best thing me can tell the man himself to do. Observe the signs and always look to God for the secrets of heart. Pray about the person where you are lay down with or choose to be within your life in that way there. You hear what I say? That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do, Jamaica. So, what am I saying, so? Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, what are the people? You know see this? You know see this? Compensation for members of the National Political Directorate, Minister of State, Minister of Finance, Minister of State, Speaker, Parliament Secretary, leader. So the leader of opposition, I get the same money as the Deputy Prime Minister Horace Chang. So hold on there. Emily Shields, come to the front of the class. Now you, on your platform when I chat say, Mark Golding is the highest paid politician. When, if what you are saying is true, it would be Mark Golding and Horace Chang. Because according to Uno, Andrew Jones never take no money. See it there, ladies and gentlemen. See the figures there. See it there. One can't see it. No, yeah, man, one can't see it, man. One can't see it. See that? Those are the figures. And they were, see the changes 2023, 2022. So you see it raised 3 million or so, and it raised 3 million again. 3 million plus each time. Or near to 3 million each time. Sometime over 3 million. Not true. Mighty God. Wow. So Emily Shields, I'm not surprised. Let me just say that. I'm not surprised. I told them I listen to that and so me see evidence there in front of me now. To verify, say you're deceptive. You're actually deceptive. Police have closed the eastbound lane in Sir Floriza Gas Bowl Highway in Kingston following a shooting involving motor vehicles on Friday evening. Commuters heading towards Harborview are likely to face delays with police divert from Paradise Street onto Victoria Avenue and Windward Road. No further details on the incident are available. I remember one time I drive a town, man. I had to just say, yo. Yo, the man them going at the wrong lane to blows and skirt. Yo, run at the lane they look like say, yo, a dead end and I'll be a dead business. No look a joke. I got the on the side. Yeah, me I tell you. Got the on the side, Jamaica. No look a joke. So this I did Friday evening. And I will if you see this, I just the view. What is this? More than 5,000 pounds of marijuana with an estimated street value of 10 million was seized on operation in Yala, St. Thomas on Friday. Wow. Hey, the man them a clamp down on the drugs. They don't notice. The man them a clamp down on the drugs them, bro. Believe. No look a joke about it. USA have Jamaica under pressure. Yo, you see that brother here? Him a rub me wrong way. I'm not gonna tell you why. Him don't criticize the government, you know. But he want to hold the people them to task. Him is a agent for Christopher Tufton, as far as me concerned. Amid the decisions about the government's plan to impose tax on sugary drinks as a part of its 2026, Dr. Delroy Frey, the clinical coordinator at the Western Regional Health Authority, says Jamaica will need a total cultural shift to accept dietary changes to improve their health. I'm going to read that further tomorrow. 21-year-old police constable charged for murder of St. Mary businessman. Yep, definitely need to have this one too. That ties into all of the stuff that's going on in that case. Hanover's municipal building crumbling, stakeholders concerned. Jamaica among over 80 inmates to be deported by Bahamas to ease prison overcrowding. Can you imagine? What a disgrace. No, sir. So I'm going to nice start. Kingston driver want traffic ticket. Day 2. What do you mean by this? Huh? Arguing that drivers with outstanding tickets deserve the same opportunity now being offered in St. Catherine. How would them offer in St. Catherine? How would them offer in St. Catherine? Make me hear more. Make me hear more, Jamaica. What am I offering as St. Catherine? Look, read this.
Drivers want traffic ticket day 2 by Tiffany Price, star writer. February 20th, 2026. Photo. Crowds flood the corporate area traffic court in Kingston during the 2023 traffic ticket amnesty, hoping to clear their records. Taxi operators in Kingston and St. Andrew are calling for a dedicated traffic ticket day in the corporate area, arguing that drivers with outstanding tickets deserve the same opportunity now being offered in St. Catherine. Set for March 4th, 2026, it will give motorists who received tickets in the parish from February 1st, 2018 onward and missed their court date, a structured opportunity to have outstanding matters addressed. However, drivers are required to apply by midnight this Friday in order to benefit. Director of Client Services, Communications and Information at the Court Administration Division, Kedish Jarrett Fletcher, explained that motorists are given a specific period to settle tickets at the tax office. When you get that ticket, you have a specific number of days within which to pay it at the tax office. If you don't pay it within that time, then there's a date on the ticket that you have to appear in court, she said. Jarrett Fletcher added that motorists typically have 30 days to pay a ticket. If they miss both the payment window and the scheduled court date, the matter becomes outstanding and a warrant could be issued. While St. Catherine drivers prepare for the initiative, some Kingston taxi operators say they are struggling under mounting fines and warrants. Me can't work because dem tech set pon me and the amount a warrant dem have out, one driver told the Weekend Star. He said he recently paid $166,000 in fines and had his vehicle impounded. Dem tech when me car the other day, but how me if I pay the tickets? He claims some drivers face even harsher realities. Last year me go court me see man down dead with millions worth of ticket. One man alone have 36 warrant, and the officer say him have 25 more warrants if I get. A rideshare operator said he has over $80,000 in tickets and would like his day in court to have them addressed. Some of the tickets have incorrect information, and most time it's just police abuse than power, the drive said. He conceded that he has tickets for which he has not paid the fines and have also missed his court dates. Me intend if I pay it, yes, but me did miss the court date. Me not know why St. Catherine drivers deserve the forgiveness more than we. The same way dem can get a ticket day, we must can get it too, the driver said. Featured video. Other news stories. Alleged lottery scammer must forfeit BMW X6, pay $12 million, court rules. Haitian pastor charged with inappropriately touching 15. Why? Oh girl and Mamie. PNP, JLP supporters clash at Belfield Community Health Center opening. Teen stabbed after refusing to hand over phone, suspect charged. Dog shot during police operation in Wharton. Doctors welcome tax on sugary drinks. Kingston drivers want traffic ticket day too. New murals celebrate Mobay's creative pulse. Videos. Star CAP, Beanie Man reignites Dancehall King debate. Popcorn honored in Ghana, Winter Olympics. February 21st, 2026. Political chaos erupts at Belfield Community Health Center opening in St. Mary.
Ease out. All right, so I got the taxi man I'm going with. Some of the tickets have incorrect information. Most times it's just police abuse. He conceded that he has tickets for which he has not paid the fines and have also missed his court dates. Intend to pay it, yes, but me did miss the court date. Me don't know why. So catching drivers deserve forgiveness more than we. Me know say something like that, you know. Yeah, man, but that is something to protest about. That is something to protest about. Alleged latchy scammers must forfeit BMW X6, pay 12 million court rules. Rotted. Wait. What you say? A man involved in latchy scamming has been ordered by the Supreme Court to pay $12 million to authorities and hand over a BMW X6 sport utility vehicle valued $3.2 million. Damn. Left his scamming alone, brother. Jaja. Left that alone. Haitian pastor charged with inappropriately touching a 15-year-old in Miami. Wow. Why me I tell you, what is going on in the world, man? Bridging, Let me tell you something. Me no want no man round me youth them unsupervised. No, sir. Not at all. Not even for 1 minute. Not even 30 seconds. That me I tell you, that whole serious thing get right now. Yeah, man. No look a joke. I just man alone, or some woman too. Cause you have some woman with their school or some female way. You know? Yeah. So right now, nobody not safe. Nobody not safe, Jamaica. Hold on there. What is this now? Kingsmen. Sizzla Capleton among top Jamaicans act slated for reggae fusion. Big show that. Big show that. Yes, this is what me did want to read. This is what me did want to read. This is the brother Denton Smith, General. Me love him article them. The man always a hit with it. Always a hit with it, Jamaica. Yeah, man. Always. Yeah, man. Me know say it nice. Me a prepare because me say, you know say, I did not remember to take off that something there. Yes, sir. Let me take off my picture so we can see whole screen. Let's read, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read.
The People's National Party, PNP, increased its seat tally by 1. Denton Smith, what the PNP needs now is not upheaval, but stability. Coming out of last September's election, the People's National Party, PNP, increased its seat tally by 100%, still short of the needed majority to form government, but a massive improvement from its previous position. With another 2,000 votes in critical constituencies, the result could have been much different. The opposition team in Parliament is much stronger and so far has outshone the government in the proceedings of the House. After the loss, many are looking at the way forward and how the party can improve in its messaging and strategies, but some make the mistake to want to create upheaval because they want a leadership change. A football team doesn't fire the coach that just got them promoted to a higher league. They regroup by tweaking areas of weakness, but do all they can not to disturb the chemistry of the squad. It is the same with politics. It is clear Mark Golding was not the weakness of the PNP, so why the attempt to change him? The party needs to look at its history and see that it's in times of stability where it succeeds. One of the main talking points of the JLP is the division in the PNP, and it is used as a potent weapon against the party. So it baffles me that anyone who has a clue about organizational management would want to perpetuate that by creating another scenario of division. What is required of the PNP is for all hands to be on deck, focused on improving the party through an agreed body of work. It must have a united force holding the government accountable and showcase itself as the government in waiting.
True.
The egos and ambitions must be set aside to build a better party, not to split it into camps. The aim should not be to lead a party, but to lead government. It takes years to foster unity after every internal race, and years are what the PNP does not have on its side because the next election cycle begins next year, as the local government elections are due for 2028. Lose the gains made in 2024 and entertain certain defeat for 2030. I pray wisdom prevails and the personal ambitions are held in check for the greater good of the party and the country. It is said that those who chase after power are never good at handling it. A word to the wise is sufficient.
Yo, I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah, I absolutely love that. I'm gonna. That article was pretty short, so that's amazing and that's great. So what I can do now is send this to myself. Wait a minute. Un momento. I have to just go off camera for a second. Okay. Oh, you're good. All right, perfect. Yeah. All right. Let me send this to myself. I'm gonna be editing that. and doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I needed that article, man. Jamaica Civil Group Citizens' Rights says it notes the great concern the recent tabling of the Registration Act in the House of Representatives is calling for urgent established and joint select committee to accept submissions from the public before the bill is debated and passed. Don't you hear that? Don't you hear that? Civil rights to the city calls for a parliamentary committee on Registration Shared Community Act. Right. Trump response to Supreme Court. Okay. Michael Lee Chin declares mission for NCB going forward. Emirati mobility giant Rastamani Group taps Amber Connect to power AI fleet management. United Arab Emirates car rental. Yo, let me just take a look at this. How does this tie into Jamaica? That's all I want to know. That's all I want. Dubai, okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Oh, see, we are immensely proud to see Jamaican-built technology selected by one of UAE's leading mobility groups. Hey, let me tell you something. Anything we have this money involved in it, this money, I question it. And only time is gonna tell. Because me don't know how him come to represent Jamaica. How? This man don't come from Jamaica. Dushante, founder and CEO of Amber, said, we are immensely proud to see Jamaican-built technology selected by one of the youth. Yo, I don't know about nobody else, but I feel like we get set up for failure. You hear what I said? You hear what I said? Alright. Can't say me. I look a bit of people there watch me, but all, let me see, 21 I don't know over here, so, and 12 I don't know over here, so. All I don't know where I watch me right now, wanna be my witness. And everybody else who watch replay, wanna be my witness. You see that article here? You know what make me start? I just have a feeling say one day I have to come back to the article here. Let me start the article here. Yeah, man. Emirate mobility giant AW Rastamani Group taps Amber Connect to power AI fleet management. Mighty God. Car rental and premium mobility brand under AWR Mobility in the United Arab Emirates. This agreement will see Amber Connect's advanced artificial intelligence, fleet management, and telematics platform deployed across 13,000 vehicles in the first phase of Shift's UAE fleet, marking a significant export of Jamaican-built technology into one of the world's most competitive mobility markets. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is not from Jamaica, so who am I represent? You know, so I'm going to send that article here to Mystic Sensation. Yeah, man. I'm going to send the article here to Mystic Sensation. I'm going to copy this. I ask him to look into this and do a show up on it. Because I'm the investigator and I'm have resources. Let me turn off my camera again. Yeah, man, I'm going to ask him, man. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him. You think me not ask him? Me going to ask him. Make me send this to him. You remember good? You remember good. As I'm talking about Mystic. Mystic, they live tonight, you know. Mystic Sensation, good night, sir, or good morning, whenever you see this. Please look into this article with Dushan Sivadia for me now. Yeah, man. Do some investigation into this situation. Jamaican technology. Do some investigation, no boss. Please and thanks. Yeah, man. You got Mystic Sensation. Yeah. Let's continue. Yeah. Mighty God, what a tangled web. Maryland Governor weighs Moore's Jamaican family. With Cuba sidelined, Air Canada brings additional flight to Jamaica. Wow. Bartlett honored with Global Tourism Resilience Lifetime Award. Hey. Me nah say nothing, you know. Me nah say a word. God and time. I have nothing to say. If there's anything in the darkness, it shall come to light. You hear me say, Jamaica? Hilton government failure to fix recurring port congestion deepens hurricane recovery costs. Opposition spokesperson on trade and global logistics, Anthony Hilton, is demanding the government take immediate steps to clear up what he and People's National Party are calling man-made logistics crisis. All right, I think this is... We got Miss Perkins, sorry. All right, People's National Party. I think this is the clip right here.
Party Media Unit. Here's a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
This is Anthony Hilton, and I'm the opposition spokesman on trade, investment, and global logistics. Today, I must demand that the government take immediate steps to clear up the man-made logistics crisis at the Port of Kingston.
Mighty God.
We are hearing growing complaints from small businesses, individuals, and relief organizations who are facing extraordinary delays in clearing their containers alongside spiraling costs for demurrage and storage. Let me be clear. The annual Christmas congestion at the port is a known and recurring weakness that this government has simply failed to fix.
Right.
This year, the situation has been made significantly worse by the surge of relief imports following Hurricane Melissa. The government issued a relief appeal and announced duty-free concessions, but they implemented no corresponding operational capacity reforms. No crisis protocols were put in place. The result is a man-made crisis that is undermining disaster response and imposing punishing costs on our people. Individuals and small businesses are being charged hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees for containers they cannot clear because of systemic delays they did not cause and cannot control. It is a private penalty for public sector and port operator inefficiencies. In the context of a declared disaster and with a known systemic bottleneck, the government has a duty to protect vulnerable groups. They must ensure relief. Critical goods are not priced out of reach by port charges. We need action, not excuses.
At pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP. Here's a release from the People's National Party.
No, I can tell you, I have had talks personally with a supporter, a huge supporter of this platform, as a matter of fact. about this same problem. That individual has been here since December. And let me tell you, the individual had to change her flight several times. And as a matter of fact, the individual still not getting no answer. Them not picking up them phone, Jamaica. They are ghosting her. You hear what I said? Ghosting. She refuses to leave and go back home. Some of the items them, she explained to me, the expired date coming up soon. These are items, food stuff, that's supposed to be used because to ease off the pressure of Hurricane Melissa. And here we are. So it is a huge problem. It's a huge problem, Jamaica. Huge problem. And it's not a problem, it appears as if they have really paid attention to, because it's either that or they just don't know how to fix it. Because what she explained to me is that they're saying that the container don't strip yet, but the barrel, the barrels are in. The container don't strip yet, Jamaica. So you imagine people in crisis that need food, and because of a systematic issue with logistics, they are suffering for months now. We're in February. We're ending February, going into March. This is quite unacceptable. Quite unacceptable, Jamaica. Quite unacceptable. You get me? Terrible, man. Terrible. Ah, boy, terrible. I want to say, though, whoa, what is going on here? I want to say big up to Popcorn for his honors that he received. Yes. This is a positive, I have to say. Yes. Let me just refresh this. It's quite obvious it needs to be refreshed. Yeah. Here we go. No, big up Popcorn. No joke. Popcorn crowned sub-chief in Ghana, honored with title Nana Okofo Afro-Kese. You heard what I said? No look a joke. Big up Papi. Big up Papi. That connection there, Ghana and Jamaica connection always strong, you see me? So, big up Papi for that. Now, this is also a positive. I want you guys to look at real leadership. I need to get Burkina Faso news. I need a website that gives me Burkina Faso news. I really need to cheer myself up and remind myself that there is hope, that we can have a righteous leader, unlike the ones we have here in Jamaica. I really, really, really want to have that experience when I listen to the news. I go, my God, we have a chance, Jamaica. We have a chance. I really, really and truly wish that, yes. Ah, boy, I really, let me see. Burkina Faso news websites. I really need to go and find their news. So, africannews.com. Let me go here. All right. Where else? AI Jeriza. All right. Let me try that and check that out. Burkina Faso. This looks like .org. Okay. All right. Where else? Those are the three right at the top there. Albera. Let me try this one as well. All right. So let us have a look, ladies and gentlemen. Let us have a look. Why has Burkina Faso banned political parties? And what's next? Wait. Burkina Faso military government dissolves political parties. No, I never know about this. all low-cost, high-impact drones, making Sahel fighters tougher to beat. Sudan lose to Burkina Faso. This is football. Okay. Will Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso block reshape of Sahel? A marriage of the three. Will Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso block reshape of Sahel? Okay. Let me see this. Why Burkina Faso has banned political parties? What's next? In the latest of several measures, that right groups say are shrinking the civic space in the Sahel nation, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, after several years of suspension, political parties in Burkina Faso have been formally dissolved by the military government, which has also seized all their assets in a move analysts say is a major blow for democracy. Mighty God. In a decree issued on Thursday, the government led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré scrapped all laws which establish and regulate political parties, accusing them of failing to comply with guidelines. The troubled West, and I'm not confirming any of this, I'm just reading the article, right? The troubled West African nations is struggling with violence from armed groups linked in ISIL, that's ISIS, Al-Qaeda. It is one of the growing number of West and Central African nations to have undergone coups in recent years. Traoré seized power in September 2022, 8 months after an earlier military coup had already thrown the democratically elected president Roch Marc Gabor. Despite strong criticism by rights groups and opposition political party of his authoritarian approach, 37-year-old Traoré has successfully built up an online cult-like following among Pan-Africanists, with many liking him to the late Burkina revolutionary leader Thomas Sankara. Traoré anti-colonial and anti-imperial pronouncements are often shown in high-definition AI-generated videos that have gained widespread admiration across the internet. But the decisions to ban political parties does not sit well for democracy. Dakar-based analyst Beverly Oching of the Control Risk Intelligence firm told Al Jazeera the military government will remain highly influential, especially after a recent decree appointing Traoré in a superior capacity in the judiciary, Oching said, referring to the December 2023 constitutional change which placed courts directly under government control. Going forward, there will be very limited division of power or autonomy across the civic and political space, Oching said, adding that the military government will likely keep extending its stay in power. Why have political parties been banned? The Burkina government claims the existing political parties were not following the codes which established them. In a televised statement following a Council of Ministers meeting on Thursday, when the new decree was approved, Interior Minister Emile Serbo said the decision was part of a broader effort to rebuild the states after alleged widespread abuse and dysfunction in the country's multi-party system. A government review, he said, had found that the multiplication of political parties had fueled division and weakened the social cohesion in the country. The government believes that the proliferation of political parties had led to excess, fostering division among citizens and weakening social fabric, Zerbo said. He did not give details of the political parties' alleged excesses. How did political parties operate in the past? Before 2022 coup, which brought the current military leadership in power, Burkina Faso had more than 100 registered political parties with 15 representatives in parliament. After the 2020 election, the largest was the ruling People's Movement for Progress (MPP), which had 56 of 127 seats in parliament. It was allowed by the Congress for Democracy and Progress with 20 seats and New Era of Democracy with 13 seats. But the civilian government faced months of protests as thousands took to the street to demonstrate against growing insecurity formed from armed groups in large parts of the country. In 2022, Traoré took power, promising to put an end to violence by armed groups. He also promised the regional economical community of West African states, ECOWAS, bloc that his government would hold elections by 2024, but political parties were banned from holding rallies after 2022 coup. And a month before 2024 deadline, Traoré's government postponed elections to 2029 after holding a national conference, which was boycotted by several political parties. Burkina Faso also, with Mali and Niger, withdrew from ECOWAS to form the Alliance of Sahel States, a new economic military alliance in January last year. They also withdrew from the International Criminal Court, ICC. Ladies and gentlemen, what you guys think? It says, has insecurity worsened under Traoré? Landlocked Burkina Faso is currently grappling with several armed groups which have seized control of land in the country. North, south, and west, amounting to 60% of the country, according to the African Center of Strategic Studies. The most active groups are the Al-Qaeda, Jamaat, Nusrat, Al-Islam, Wal Muslimni, JNIM, and Islamic State Sahel Province, ISSP, which also operate in neighboring Mali and Niger. The groups want to rule over territories according to the strict Islamic laws and are opposed to secularism. By December 2024, all three Alliance Sahel countries had cut ties with former colonial power, France, and instead turned to Russian fighters for security support after accusing Paris of overly meddling in their country. Between them, they expelled more than 5,000 French soldiers who had previously provided support in the fight against armed groups. A smaller contingent of about 2,000 Russians security personnel is now stationed across all three countries. But violence in Burkina Faso and the larger Sahel region has worsened. Really? Fatalities have tripled in the 3 years since Traoré took power to reach 17,775, mostly civilians. By last May, compared with the 3 years prior, when combined records deaths were 6,630, the ACSS recorded. September, Human Rights Watch accused JNIM and ISSP of massacring civilians in northern Djibo, Goram, and other towns, and of causing displacement of tens of thousands since 2016. This is a lot. Is it done? No, man. It's almost done. Okay. You know what? I never knew it would be this long, guys.
Volunteers for the Defense. HRW has also similarly accused the Burkinabe military and an allied militia group, Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland, of atrocities against civilians suspected of cooperating with armed groups. In attacks on northern Nandin and Saro villages in early 2024, the military killed 223 civilians, including 56 babies and children, HRW said in an April 2024 report. Mali and Niger have similarly recorded attacks by the armed groups. Malian capital Bamako has been sealed off from fuel supplies by J9 fighters for months. On Wednesday night, the Nigerian military held off heavy attacks on the airport in the capital city, Niamey. No armed group has yet claimed responsibility. 2:45. Is the civic space shrinking in Burkina Faso? Since it took power, the government in Ouagadougou has been accused by rights groups of cracking down on dissent and restricting press and civic freedoms. All political activities were first suspended immediately after the coup. Advertisement. In April 2024, the government also took aim at the media, ordering internet service providers to suspend access to the websites and other digital platforms of the BBC, Voice of America, and HRW. Meanwhile, authorities have forced dozens of government critics into military service and sent them to fight against armed groups. Several prominent journalists and judges have been arrested after speaking out against increasingly restrictive rules on press and judiciary freedom. Abdul Ghafaru Nakro, a deputy prosecutor at the country's high court, was one of at least 5 senior members of the judiciary to be forcibly conscripted and sent to fight armed groups in August 2024 after speaking out against the military government. Nakro's whereabouts are currently unknown. In April 2025, 3 abducted journalists resurfaced in a social media video 10 days after they went missing, in one example. All 3, Gazuma Sanogo, Bukari Woba, and Luke Pagbelgam, were wearing military fatigues in an apparent forced conscription. They have all since been released. However, several others, including some opposition politicians, are still missing. 2152.
So this is another side of Burkina Faso. I don't know if it's conspiracy. I don't know. I cannot say. I'm not there. But you know, a lot of things are possible. This website is what? rsf.org. Burkina Faso. Where is Moussa Sariba? Burkina Faso state still silent on journalists' enforced disappearance. So, you know, even this website is asking about that. Anytime you see press freedom, you know, it's frowned upon, you know. Mali and Burkina Faso announced reciprocal travel ban on the United States. Burkina Faso rejects proposal to accept deportees from the United States. That was last year. Let me see. Any other recent article on this? That was 2025. We should have some fresh news, man. What's going on? This shouldn't be the most recent news. It shouldn't be the most recent news, you know. Shouldn't be the most recent news. So they must say a general of cult following online. Let me see here so now. When was this? Burkina Faso votes to join Vienna Convention as it continues path towards nuclear power. The world are gonna be split up, you know. Inevitable. This one power, you're not gonna see it no more. Very, very soon. The world is gonna be multi-powered. This one big power will hang over everybody. It's going to be chaotic, ladies and gentlemen. Different belief systems ruling in different places. Yeah. It's gonna be different. Anyway, I am gonna leave it there. Bless you guys. Thank you for being here. Something more for me to look into. I definitely need to, lock down those websites. Let me see something with this thing. This thing I try to load in about settling in motherhood. I really want to read this article. Alright. Let me see how long it is. Oh, it's not very long. It says here, for many young Jamaicans, the decision to start a family is becoming increasingly complex. The cost of living continues to rise. Some young couples have limited support systems and they are not sure what the future for them and their child holds. However, for two women who welcome newborns at the start of the year, motherhood has been a deeply emotional journey with mixed emotions of love and fear. I mean, obviously, because it's just, yo, man, I tell you, cost of living, bro, normal in a place. People, pick up on yourself and later, man. God bless you, man. And thank you guys for your continued support. So, Brother BOLO V&R, and I'm out. Peace.